All right. Well, you are. Oh, I just reached for I just reached for my mouse, and it's in his hand. Uh, so you guys are on the map screen, right? Let me double check that.
Yep.
Yes, you are. All right. Can I function this one-handed with my left hand? I think so. I'm gonna switch you over to the roster for tonight. I'm gonna take this back, baby.
Go play.
Love you guys.
We'll be back to get his bottles soon.
Okay.
Just don't know how late.
All right. Since we all are sort of familiar with these characters, I think most of you have played in most of the campaigns where these characters have been present. But just in case we have not, I'd like to go down the line and just introduce everybody. Billy, in alphabetical order, would you like to describe your character as she would be at level 13?
Oh yeah, of course, because I totally know exactly where I put my notes on what Alyssa is. Um, yeah. So Alyssa is a slender, pale tiefling, short shoulder, black hair, uh, wearing kind of a long brown leather duster, kind of giving off a kind of a punky vibe. There's black belt strapped around, keeping it tied. She also has, in tiefling fashion, horns. They're painted black at the tips, and one of them is cut off, kind of about 2/3 of the way up. Also wearing a lot of accents of red, red scarf, decorative wrap across her abdomen, and then just kind of other um, red accessories that are kind of more of a stylistic fashion choice than anything else. Definitely a combination of a punk slash oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Steampunk ish, I guess. Um, but yeah, that is Illustra, and she is a blood hunter.
Nice. Annie, would you like to describe Ash as she would be after leaving the party the first time around?
See if I can dust off the cobwebs of this character sheet. um, so Ash is a fire genocide. I've never learned how to say that properly, so forgive me. But she's an artificer, and she's fiery red and with black hair, and she's pissed off all the time.
Need you say more?
Short and sweet.
uh, this is actually a level down, a scaling down for Celestine. I believe the last time we played these characters, we were like 16 or 17,
Yeah.
something like
Mhm.
that. What's Celestine doing at level 13? Andrew?
So Celestine in this form is um, a gem dragonborn, or looks as a gem dragonborn. He's actually um, an angel in the rank of Dominion of Health for Pelor, which is kind of like the highest rank in the second order of and the angelic hierarchy. So probably since he's leveled down, he would have either been on Earth for longer, and his powers are starting to, um, falter a little bit, or this might just be a younger version of him. He is a lawful good character. He's a lawful good paladin, so he does what he thinks is right by the law and always sticks to it.
Nice. I don't know why I thought he was a fighter. I just get him confused with Urzak, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that makes sense.
Aaron, what's Jerry doing at level 13?
I guess continuing to be his bookwormy, awkward self. Um, he started out as a necromancer, but as time went on, he developed basically his own school of magic called Dormancy. which has to do with the powers of sleep and dreams and that sort of thing. So, the last time I played him, he kind of was having like signs of it, but he was still primarily a necromancer. So now he's had some time go by. He's fully immersed in it, much more powerful, all that stuff.
Nice.
Ready to go to bed, sorry.
Hi.
Just kept 2 of the bottles.
Yeah, are you ready to go to bed?
Yeah.
You woke up early from your nap.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't think he was that ready. But he started rubbing his eyes the second I come on that
Yeah,
table.
that's okay.
Pajamas.
Alright, come on, bud.
Good night. Have a good sleep.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Don't apologize.
Come on, Bubs. Wanna get your milk?
All right, there you go. Love you guys.
Love you.
Bye, buddy. All right. Last time we encountered Reggie, I believe we were level 5. So quite a lot of time has passed for him in his world before being transported over to this one. What is Reggie up to now that he has advanced in his drunken masteredness?
For those who don't know, Reggie is less of a person and more of an experience.
That's true.
Reggie, he's a elderly bugbear man who likes to drink more than anything. And drinking is actually a coping mechanism for Reggie because he likes to travel. Well, he doesn't like to. He travels throughout the multiverse accidentally. So he's constantly being put in new places and trying to cope with reality of losing everything all the time, constantly. So he just gets drunk a lot of the time. And yeah, that's Reggie's never going to change. He's just going to keep drinking and keep being drunk and keep being angry and misinformed about his politics.
The only new character to the table tonight. First of all, Zach, how do you pronounce this name? And would you describe your character, please?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think of pronunciation until right now when you asked me. So
Love
I'll
that.
say Valser.
Okay.
And Valser is a gnome rogue. He is a short little guy like gnomes are. Brown, spiky hair, wearing leather armor as rogues do. His story is he just goes to various small villages and convinces people to start mini thieves guilds a la a multi-level marketing scheme but for crime. And that is his purpose in life, is to trick other people to steal things for him. And that's what he does. He has a rapier and looks like a very average gnome in just about every way possible, which helps him with crime.
Love that. I guess that was my mistake. Not the only new character tonight. The second new character, Brad, decided to create something new. He wanted to play more of a samurai. Would you please describe Yoshimi, Brad?
Yoshimi's female adult wood elf. She's a fighter, ranged fighter, expert in the uni or the longbow. Yeah, she's high resolve, really strong-willed. You can't really tell her what to do. She won't really yield to anybody. Yeah, you'll see her probably doing some acrobatic stuff too. So.
Love that. One last thing before we dive into the story tonight. I'm not sure if the two of you have talked about this at all. Annie and Zach, how are your characters connected?
That's something that we should have discussed since we were together for the last 5 days. But you know, basically, I've decided that,
Whatever is on the spot right now. Yeah.
yeah, but I've decided that Ash would definitely see the skills that, what is his name, Valser?
Mhm.
Good name, babe.
Mhm.
Would be useful enough for her to. He likes to use others, but she's gonna use him because he has all these skills.
Yeah, it's a relationship of money. We're trying to reach our goals. She's gonna pay me for it.
That's not gonna happen, but okay.
Perfect. So happy that both of you are here and you find your altruistic side at the very end and lay down your life for everybody else here, despite all of your previous encounters together. Okay. So we find ourselves, I'm going to switch you back to the map here real quick. We find ourselves today in an area of the continent that we have not explored yet as a full party, and that is smack dab in the middle of the wilds. We are about right here, kind of dead center the continent here, just above this lake region. And you have passed through the Eagle Peaks. So as you have found each other as a party, you've kind of gathered more and more people that you've realized are in the same boat. You have ended up in this world and you do not belong, and you found other like-minded individuals that want to get back home. The two odd people out, of course, are Valser and Ash, and they're, I guess at this point, likely trying to con you for your cash. I would assume. Um, so they're just along for the ride, trying to figure out how to use this party to their advantage to get ahead in life. You picked up a tip as you were passing through the Eagle Peaks that there is an underground, an old underground temple in the northwestern area of the wilds, said to have the ability to house great power. It was allegedly, the scholars at the Eagle Peaks claim, allegedly to be one of the first temples ever risen when the continent was first formed. And this temple would have been very large on the surface, almost 100, over 100 people worked to maintain it in its heyday. This is obviously, a century plus ago, but it had a massive following, a huge amount of support, and it would be a temple built in honor of all 6 of the Presidium gods. So to go over those very quickly, that is Melora, the Mother of Worlds, who originated Azura, and along with her, she first brought, uh, she first brought her brother, and then he backed out. So he offered up a replacement, and she brought Zehir, who is the serpent god. So he was the first one to join up with the Presidium, followed by Talos, the Storm Lord, god of storms. After that, Coralon, the Archheart, which is the god of arts, sciences, community, things like that, making sure that there is balance in the world. And then the final 2 to join up as they were coming over from their home world to make this new place. Svesh, the bloody siren, is the goddess of war and confrontation. And the final one to join up is Cassus, the ethereal guardian. He is a god of death. More importantly, he is a god that oversees the passing from life to death. So he is not just a domain of death, he kind of foresees the transfer when creatures in Azura die and make sure that they are safe in their passage to wherever they are going to end up. And that is the order that they joined the Presidium. Melora, Zahir, Talos, Coralon, Vesh, and finally Cassus. And this temple was risen centuries ago to honor all 6 of them. You make your way into the wilds and you find someone who claims to be an expert on Azurian history and all 6 Presidium gods, and his name is Lewis. And this is what Lewis looks like. He claims to have a lot of experience traveling through the wilds and across the continent, and he claims also to know exactly where this temple is. So you're following Lewis through the sands of the wilds, this wasteland, and he says he stops at a point and he says, "This is where we stop, right here." And he kind of stabs his light stick into the ground. And he says, "This is where it is. We're all going to dig because it's underground. So I would like all of you to make an athletics check, please."
Do we have any idea we were going to be digging?
Nope.
God damn it, Lewis.
Nice job.
You son of a bitch, Lewis.
God. You better be worth your. You better be worth the money we're paying you.
And he'll say, "What? It's an ancient temple. Of course it's going to be on the ground."
All right.
Lewis is a dope. So inside baseball, I have no idea what any character's voice is until the first time I talk as them.
Yeah.
I had no clue what he was going to sound like until just now.
Mm.
Not that I'm upset with how he turned out, but
So you're like, Marowil, you're now Scottish.
Yeah.
I
Or wait, is she
think
Scottish?
actually she was
She's
probably
Irish,
planned
yeah.
because she was the first character you ever met, and I stressed so much about that first session. So I think I had her planned and Gael planned, but everybody else, like along the way, it's like, especially if they're a surprise character,
Like
whatever comes out,
happened,
that's what's
maybe.
coming out.
Surprise.
Physics
bronze.
was another planned one.
What?
Oh yeah,
Robert.
Oh, Visick was planned. Yeah, Visick was super planned. Like, all of his stuff was, especially for that first chapter, was like meticulously written. All right, Valser and I can't even remember your
That's kind of
name.
make prologues fun for you. Just improvising the actors or the character's voice.
Oh yeah, sometimes that does happen. Yoshimi and Valser, you are going to take 1 level of exhaustion. You were not planning on shoveling, nor did Lewis bring enough shovels. He only brought 5 shovels. The 2 of you are the ones that didn't get them. Of course, he's not digging. He's just kind of sitting and watching and telling you guys where to dig. But the 2 of you are going to take a level in exhaustion because you're just trying to make your weapons work. And it's getting harder and harder as time goes by. So we'll say what's your passive perception? Just tell me. Everybody's passive perception.
18.
Dog shit.
16.
The 10.
Mine is 16.
So okay, so far the drunk bugbear is the one that's scouting for the party.
I'm an
I'd
11,
assume-
Marlos.
Okay.
I could have a higher one, but my feats are not working when I'm leveling up my character. Like it's saying, "Oh, you can only be a gunslinger" type thing. If I'm trying to add a feat, so I was trying to get Elven accuracy, which could, I think I was going to increase my wisdom.
It was saying that you couldn't
Yeah.
select Elven
Yeah, my
accuracy
character
because
builder.
you're not a gunslinger.
Are you an elf?
It's not
So,
a, it's
when
not a
you're building your-
gunslinging
So no,
feat.
when you're
It's an
building
Elven
your
feat.
when you're building your character, instead of
Mhm.
ability score improvements, you say, "I want to do a feat."
Yeah.
Choose an option. Okay, well, there's
Mhm.
2 options: gunslinger and there's like something else, but couldn't.
I've never had this
So-
problem before.
Yeah.
That's
I wonder if
so
that
weird.
might
That's got to be a
something with
D&D
sight.
Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be a D&D Beyond issue. So you're selecting feat and it's only giving you 2 options?
I actually couldn't
That's
even pick
wild.
samurai either because it's not in my. I could choose champion and
Oh, dude, I bet you don't have access to the books.
Content.
Yeah.
it says they're shared with me though. The books.
Did you make it in the
Is your
Let
character
me-
part of the campaign?
No,
Mhm.
that's,
Yeah, let-
The
that's the
tithes.
thing.
If it's not, you don't have access.
That's what I have
me?
to do.
I'm gonna send this to you through Eric's. Take that link, Brad, and you can remake the character. Just like
Yeah.
start a new character within that campaign, and you'll have access to everything.
Well, I can join with this character, so it should
Oh yeah.
be a lot quicker.
Yep, you can do
Yep, says
that.
I'm in.
I forgot that you're not connected to a campaign already.
That's true. Gotcha.
All right, so you're digging. It's not the middle of the day, so it's not incredibly hot. But you all start to get tired. You're digging for 2 or 3 hours, intermittently taking breaks, and then out of the blue, Reggie, of all people, you've been journeying now for weeks together, and this crazy old drunken bugbear man is the first one to realize my shovel is hitting something that's not dirt or clay or sand. I'm finally getting somewhere, I think. And Reggie, how do you react when you realize you're?
Boy, we don't got some. Say, Alicia, come over here. I think I found something.
What'd you find, Reggie? Tell me good
Okay.
news.
Better be something better than a goddamn rock, I tell you that.
I sure hope so.
Oh, struck gold. Reggie's gonna buy his way home.
Reggie, what you have struck with your shovel is the very top, like the top lip of a stone doorway. And it is, you can see the very top of the door. You kind of like hit your shovel inside of the doorway. That's how you could tell because it wouldn't come up right away. And you're kind of like clearing away the excess dirt from around where the spot where you noticed a difference shoveling, and you can see the beginnings of a big wooden door with it's largely corroded away up at the top. So it looks very weak. You just can't get in with the amount of space you have. So you keep digging down, and once the door is revealed enough for all of your body sizes to fit through, you can attempt to break the door or keep digging. What would you guys like to do?
Reggie's absolutely gonna break down the door.
All right, make an athletics check.
He's probably trying to break it every like 3 shovel
Every
scoops.
3 shovels.
Did Lewis actually say
finally get
what?
to the-
Did Lewis actually say what the purpose of this door was yet? Because if not, Jerry would like to ask.
Yeah. So if you ask the purpose of the door, Lewis would Lewis would say, "Well, of course, this is the front door to the temple. Obviously, this is the spot I said to dig, and there's a door here. So once we get through this door, we're probably going to be in the temple."
It was a
Couple
30
of-
for the athletics check, by the way.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just obliterate the door. I mean, it's centuries old, full of. I mean, it's got sand within the cracks of the door. It is all but worn away from time. You just splinter the door, and as you do that, I'd also like you and we'll say Alistra as well, because you seem to be talking with Reggie and seeing what he was doing. If you could both make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Oh, that's a good one.
30. These rolls aren't going to last.
Yeah, I know.
They-
27.
There's no way they can. Yeah. So Reggie, you break the door, and you're both able to kind of brace yourself in the door frame as sand and dirt start pouring in from into the point where you break it, and you can see down into this very ornate, very old, dust-covered, kind of a great hall.
Oh, come on now, you bag of bones. Get on in here.
Is it daytime outside or night or what time of day?
It is daytime. We'll say it's early evening, late afternoon, early evening, maybe like 4:30 or 5.
Okay, I'll go ahead and cast light on something of Reggie's to give him light.
Okay.
We'll use the spear.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna just somersault in and look around. First,
Yeah,
we're looking
so-
for anything that could hold booze, and then treasure.
Okay. So looking for things that want to hold booze. Make an investigation check.
That I'm not good at. It's natural 19 for a 19.
With a 19, you can see a few large vases. They seem to be very high craftsmanship, ceramic vases. You can tell that they were fired long ago, so the glaze is starting to chip off. Maybe not super safe to drink out of, because you never know what they made vases out of back then, and whatever they were made of definitely is seeping out of the glaze on the outside. So they're full of cracks on the outside, but they are very large. So they may not be safe, but they could hold quite a bit. You see maybe 3 or 4 of them around the entrance. And beyond that, it is pretty plain. There's a staircase leading downwards on the opposite side of your room. And both walls are lined with pillars. They have 3 pillars on either side, and you can see on each pillar is the visage of one of the Presidium deities. Would everybody else like to follow Reggie down?
Lewis, you going in with us?
Oh, Lewis is going in, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, I'll go in then.
I'm game.
Yep, Lewis, he will kind of slide down. Maybe he'll kind of go middle of the pack, and he will look around in wonder, and he'll say, "Even." I keep trying to do Arvantis, and I think you got to change this voice. I keep trying to go Arvantis with this. He'll look around in wonder, and he'll say, I even as an expert of Azurian history, I never thought that this this could be real like this. I knew where it was, but I didn't think it was this beautiful." And he'll start to openly weep. He's weeping. He's moved by the beauty of the artwork on the walls and such.
No, buddy. I'm sad there's no booze down here too.
Lewis won't even hear you. He's just kind of off in his own world. Valser, what are you thinking at this point?
I am also was looking around for treasure, but as you said, quite plain. Is any of the artwork you mentioned on the pillars? It's all pretty etched in stone. Nothing that looks like it could be easily detached in any way.
It is so the visages of the deities are definitely carved in. What you would be able to steal, there are big almost like tapestries on the walls. They are quite large. I would say probably 10 by 10 feet. Uh, Not saying that you couldn't like cut them up and try and sell them as a piece of Azurian history. Uh, but they're very big to just carry around, especially for someone of your stature.
Yeah, and given that I'm a little exhausted, I'm going to wait for a smaller, higher price item that hopefully may exist deeper in the temple. I'm just going to keep following behind and seeing what other people are doing for the moment, keeping my eyes open.
Gotcha. Let's check in with Ash and Celestine. What are the two of you doing?
I'm rolling my eyes at the tears.
Okay, perfect.
And I want to go away from the party and just keep exploring.
Okay. Roll an investigation check, please.
Got a nat 20.
Hey, is that your first
Yeah.
roll of 2023?
Yeah.
Hey, starting the year off correctly. So with a nat 20 investigation check, also I should ask, are you trying to sneak away from the party, or are you just kind of making it look like you're looking around like everybody else?
I'm just looking around.
Okay. So you can only see one doorway as you're kind of scanning the walls. It is the doorway on the far side of the room. There are maybe 9 or 10 steps that you could quickly estimate down to that door. They're very gradual, so it's almost like the doorway to the room that you entered is kind of up here, and the floor slants slightly, and then all the way at the other end, stairway down, and another door. So I would say maybe 60 feet total from one door to the other, and then maybe 30 feet, 40 feet wide, this whole room. So you can only see one door. As you're looking around, you notice that the visages of the deities are presented in the order in which they joined the Presidium. You are one of the only people in the party that would know this from birth because you were born in this continent. Everybody else came from other places, so they're just they don't know how it was formed as internally as you do. So that kind of holds a special meaning to you. And you would take notice that Valser is looking around at the artwork.
I want to see if I can open the door.
Okay. Andrew just texted me. He has to hop off. So we're just gonna retcon and say that Celestine is not with you. So he's not here. Which is fine. Yeah. So go and make. Do you own Thieves Tool? Oh, you have a multi-tool, don't you?
Yes?
Yeah. You have that special tool that can be any tool. It can change into thieves' tools, I believe.
Yeah, the right tool for the job.
Now, I think you have an item though.
Do I? I don't remember everything I have.
I think we talked about it. Yeah, you have an all-purpose tool. A simple screwdriver can transform into a variety of tools. As an action, you can touch the item and transform it into any type of artisan's tool. Okay, so it cannot transform into thieves' tools. They are not artisans' tools. But you do have right tool for the job.
Yeah.
Oh, with thieves' tools or artisans' tools in hand, you can magically create one set of artisans' tools in an unoccupied space. So you don't have thieves' tools.
Useless.
Oh, you do have thieves' tools. You have lots of thieves. You have lots of tools. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Make add your proficiency bonus. So, a check to open the door +5.
You cut out. What did you say?
So you would add your proficiency bonus to the check to open the door. So you just roll a d20, and your modifier is +5.
Okay. 9.
Nice. So with a 14, you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell that it is locked, but it is also very old. So you could imagine that even though you are having trouble unlocking it, slight force would probably do it in. Like as you grab the handle, it's very wobbly. It's not very secure in the setting in the door.
All right. I'm going to body check the door.
Make an athletics check.
2.
You're going to take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Reggie's gonna like magically appear next to Ash and just like, Ash, you know, back where I'm from, I was a god once. Do you know that?
I did not.
God of drinking and fighting. I'll go for the god of war, but there's this other guy, Marty. I felt bad for him, so I let him win. But totally not fair fight anyway. But they had a temple like this built for old Reggie back in the day.
Hey, Reggie, bet you won't fight that door.
Who said I
Yeah,
won't fight something?
I heard he was talking shit.
Can I propose something while they're trying to break the door down?
You certainly can.
So I would like to cast as a ritual Rary's telepathic bond while all of this is going on in the event that we need to communicate on the other side.
Okay.
Basically, it lets us not, I wouldn't say metagame, but we have a telepathic connection of, it says up to 8 people. So basically the entire party of, we're able to telepathically communicate to all of us. So it does take 10
Love
minutes.
that.
So I'll get started on that as they're trying to get through that.
Okay. So you see Jerry start casting the spell. What does that look like for you casting that, Jerry?
I think I would give a quick primer to the group just so they don't look confused when I start doing whatever it is that I do.
Right.
I would say I would tell everyone to get close, and I'm going to kind of have like a little ethereal, I'll shape it like a campfire to kind of be like a more calming appearance. It'll just be like a white blue campfire, not too bright, not too roaring or anything, but just as the ritual goes on, you'll see little strands reach out to the party and just kind of connect via all the strands, everybody to each other, kind of form a little web, and then when the ritual's done, it'll just kind of dissolve and everyone will have the ability.
Nice. Yeah, so you start doing that. Let's check in with you, Yoshimi.
So
What have you been doing?
The campfire has inspired Yoshimi to want to bring out some food and drink. She asked the party if there's
Okay.
anything to eat. She's feeling parched.
So you want to propose food and drink, but you don't have anything to share.
No,
love
I
that.
don't. Yeah, I
Go
travel
for
light.
it.
I travel light. I'm exhausted from the shoveling. I see the campfire. Man, this is making me hungry. Anybody else feeling famished?
I got some mints.
I have a couple deluxe rations that can be yours for only 3 gold each. It's an absolute steal. These are made by the finest cooks, all the land.
Deluxe
What do you
rations.
say?
Well, I don't have any gold, but I have some dice that we could roll for them.
Okay, 1 ration for the dice roll. Whoever rolls highest gets it.
I'm gonna
rolls
have both
highest?
of
You
you
wanna do that?
roll 4d8, drop the lowest.
So I just saying I am proficient with dice, and also I have a plus 16 to sleight of hand. So can I use that to cheat my dice roll?
Roll 4d8, drop the lowest, but one of them is guaranteed an 8.
Okay.
Whatever your highest is, counted as an 8.
I also had to, from my soldier background, pick a game set, so I chose dice as well. And these are my dice, so I hope you can't load my dice. I don't know if you're rolling your own or how we're doing this, but I would have brought out my dice to.
Make a sleight of hand check, Balser, to see how well you can try to
That is
load
an
Yoshimi's dice.
18 after my bonus. Oh, wait, but don't I have exhaustion, so I have to roll it twice.
Yeah.
Let me do that again. Probably not getting worse though. I was correct. Still an 18.
Okay. And then make a perception check, Yoshimi.
Okay, disadvantage because I'm
A
exhausted.
disadvantage. Yeah, the two super tired people rolling against each other.
For food of all
Nice,
things.
and that one, boy.
Right.
So a
Oh
7.
wow! If only
Oh,
I
I got
were
it.
more awake, I could roll dice better.
1.
With a nat 1, I would say whatever you have 2 guaranteed 8s, Balser.
Perfect. Well, I got abysmal rolls. So that is an 8 and 8 and a 4 was the next highest.
All right. Did you roll your d8s, Brad?
Do you want me to, because I'm proficient, have a guaranteed 8, or is that his sleight of hand thing?
That was his sleight of hand versus your perception.
So what does proficiency in dice set do to rolling? Does it just straight roll anyway?
I think when I don't know, Donovan, other DMs.
I would honestly I would use it in a situation where this game wasn't as fleshed out. If it was just like I want to go play dice at the bar, I'd be like, okay, let's see how much money you make. Roll
Oh yeah.
a dice check, you know. But since this is more
Yeah.
fleshed out, and especially because it's player and player, and since you're both proficient on it, I think it would cancel out.
I think so too.
All right, so here we go. I rolled decently.
So we have a 20 from Valser. What is your total, Yoshimi? Oh, you rolled in there.
Yeah,
A 20. Right? Oh, 20 dropped the lowest. So you have 16. All right, so Valser wins the roll. You guys can choose amongst the two of you how you want to figure that out. Yoshimi, you proposed the bet and then you lost.
true. Yeah.
You know, even though you lost, I'm going to share a single half a ration with you out of the kindness of my heart. But just remember, you owe me.
Well, sir, I didn't see myself losing, but I do think I'm winning by you sharing. I appreciate it.
By eating this ration. We're all
Deluxe.
winners here. Yeah, deluxe ration. That's right. Let's head back to the door. We have Ash and Reggie and Alistra. I guess Alistra's just like shadowing Reggie for now. Just always seems to be right there watching him.
Pumping him up.
Instigating
Yeah.
a fight between Reggie and a door.
Yep.
Door. What are the three of you doing? What have you decided to do about the door?
It's a wooden door, right?
It is a wooden door. Yeah.
You guys
It,
seen that
it
gif?
is locked. Yeah.
You guys seen that gif of that dude who like punches through the door and like tears it down, and, like
Yeah.
throws it off the Reggie's gonna try and do that. I wanna like punch the door through and then try to start like peeling off the door.
Donovan, you share that GIF. Never seen that.
Okay. Yeah. Make an athletics check, and then we'll see where it goes from here.
I'm only thinking of like that Big Bird GIF, the door just exploding and Big
I
Bird.
found
everywhere.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, so 18 plus, so it's a 32.
Okay. You don't even have a chance to rip the door down. When you punch the door, it just very similarly to the front door or the first door. It just like the whole middle section of the door splinters out. It's so weak over years of atrophy that it just breaks in. If you would like to tear the remaining pieces off of the hinges from the door frame, you're
100%.
welcome to do that.
100%.
But I would not require a check. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's such a good gif.
You can tell, like, just Reggie's whole demeanor. Like, every time he goes and tries to pull something, Jerry gets, like, a little annoyed as he's trying to focus on the spell. And he's just like, man.
So loud.
I already told you what I was doing. Can you just
Yeah.
be quiet? God damn.
Gets to a really vital verbal component of the spell, and he's like, "Woo!" Just in the background.
Show that door.
All right. Well, we have so Reggie, Ash, and Alistra are kind of picking up the front here, and you succeed in breaking through that door. This as you're looking, the three of you could you make a religion check for me, please?
Ooh, you're good at that.
16.
2.
15.
With a 15 and 16, Reggie, you're clueless. You're just barging through the door.
I'm looking for pictures of
this is-
myself.
You you assume as a past deity that you will show up somewhere. With a 2, you're just waiting to find a relic of Reggie somewhere. So that's now your main goal here. It's not to get home, it's to find evidence that Reggie is a deity in another timeline somehow. But the other two, Alistra and Ash, you would start to have doubts that this originally was meant to be a temple. It's not set up in a typical fashion that either of you would be familiar with your not that either of you are super religious, but you have enough of a background in it to have been in many temples, and this does not look like what you're used to. Just the linear format of the entrance hall is unsettling to the two of you. Even if you're not sure exactly why yet, it just feels off. And as you make your way into the next room, those fears are just compounded. You walk into a square room with a large stone pedestal in the middle. And we'll just say the 10-minute the ritual has gone through, and you are now telepathically linked. Jerry, do you want to explain how that works? If any of you need to use that at this point.
Well, it once it's applied, it spreads to the entire plane. So
Okay.
I think it might have a little growing pains with it. You know, people kind of speaking over each other and sort of that sort of thing, like a party line.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's just think of who you want to talk to, say what you need to say, and it can be heard.
Awesome. Do you have to decide that you're going to speak that way, like shifting between languages, or is it like an always on thing?
Let me look at it real quick.
Okay.
I hope for your guys' sake that it is not always on.
Yeah.
Where's that goddamn flask? That's the relic, the flask, or the
It looks like
growler, Reggie.
it's pretty
Yeah.
voluntary. It needs to be pretty deliberate. It's not just like your brain is open to everybody all the time.
Okay. Cool. All right. So the 7 of you, the 6 of you, and Lewis begin walking through this door. And Lewis is rambling on about, a tome that he read. He and Jerry are kind of picking up the rear, and everyone is walking into this new room, this next room. And just as Lewis is about to explain his favorite part of a recent herbal tea recipe that he had read about, in the doorway, he's passing through, and a stone door slides down where the wooden one was behind the party, closing the room off, and unfortunately, severing Lewis's body in half.
Oh.
Yikes.
I cast mending.
It's too far gone, but more than 1 or 2 rips or tears in that one.
Yikes.
Yeah, Lewis's waistline is a little too big for the spell.
He just didn't make it. And like as he's going through, like it's this way. The cross section is front to back. So like as he's walking through, he's like, "It's very tasty," and then just like falls down onto his face. And you find yourself in this room. Directly to your left are 6 pedestals with small black discs. They are small obsidian discs. They all have different. They're not runes. If you cast detect magic on them, I won't make you spend a spell slot to do that. They don't seem to be magical, as far as the markings on the front go. There are 5 of the pedestals filled to the left, and there are also 6 holes in the far wall. One of them filled already for you with a disc. And then this giant stone pedestal in the center. So you just witnessed the brutal death of your guide, and now you're trapped in a room, which is magically lit. You can see.
Reggie's gonna go fight the fuck out of that door.
Okay.
The stone door.
Okay.
You son of a bitch! I already took you down once. You go kill my friend. God damn it! Fucking door.
How much of yourself are you investing into attacking this door?
Let's see. 33% of myself.
Make an athletics check. Yeah.
Is a dirty 30.
With a 30, you strike the door, and your staff does not break, or your spear does not break.
That's it. Reggie's gonna be mad, and maybe start looking for drinks on the upper half of the guide's body.
My first
He did have a
instinct was
giant
to
pack, yeah.
my first instinct was to try to reanimate him, but I don't have that prepared.
Looking through his pack, make an investigation check, Reggie.
13.
With a 13, you do find one greater healing potion,
6.
and you find a small flask of alcohol. You also find several sprigs of dried herbs.
Well, that was fucking brutal. I guess we don't got to pay him though.
Your money's all saved. Money's all saved.
Alyssa will just look at Jerry because she knows he's smart.
Help me.
Yeah.
I got nothing right now.
Well, there's what, 6 deities, right, in this place? Six Presidium, 6 of the Presidium, whatever they call their gods here.
Are we able to see the 7th from here? Or whatever that red one is?
So there are only 6. One of the pedestals up at the top is missing a.
Oh, okay.
But yes, so this pedestal in the middle here is maybe like a foot off the ground, 2 feet off the ground. It is very, very short, just very wide. So you
There
can
aren't any
see all of these.
There aren't any
What's
bowls
that?
in here, are there?
No bowls, 0
Okay.
bowls in this whole campaign,
Thank God.
or this today anyway.
6 gods, and there's 6 in this party.
So I'm native to this world. So what is my knowledge of this religion? Like you were mentioning with Ash.
Make a religion check.
Okay, it's not great. Plus disadvantage. Let me just. Okay, the second one is okay. 18.
With an 18, you would have a very serviceable knowledge of the founding deities. These 6 deities are widely known by pretty much anyone who has ever had a brush with religion in any way. Their markings are found in almost every city. So if you have done business in multiple cities, you have seen the symbols and markings of these gods, the names of these gods, all over. There are homages to these deities in almost every temple, even if they are not the main deity of that temple, because they are considered, the prime selection of gods. They are the ones who created all or most of the life that exists or existed when the continent was created. You would know that Melora is actually. I will. Can you see the Presidium folder, Zach and Annie, in the journal?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would have a lot of knowledge about all of those. At least surface level, you would know that they all exist. You know what they stand for, and you know that they created everything.
Okay. And so then follow-up question. The one that is in the wall, like which god's symbol is the one that is already on the wall?
The symbols themselves, make another religion check for me.
Okay.
These symbols don't look as familiar to you.
Okay, gotcha. And I got a 3, so
You have no idea.
okay, perfect.
You have no idea. Actually, with a 3, you would guess based on the color of that sigil that it belongs to Vesh, the bloody siren.
Do I know?
Make a religion check.
18.
You would be pretty sure that that symbol does not belong to Vesh, the bloody siren.
Yeah.
Listen up, people. I'm pretty tired, but clearly in the wall, I know my Prosidium. This is Vesh's symbol, god of bloody siren battle. So I think we need to make a blood offering on the pedestal. And that
Absolutely not. Stop talking.
Listen, if you need blood, I'm your gal.
Yeah, we have half of a guy at the door who's still
Yeah.
got some blood. I mean, throw him on there.
True.
I think we just need to throw him up on the pedestal, and that should open the door. I'm very
well-
confident.
I'm confident that you are an idiot.
Balzer, would you like to try dragging half of a Lewis up to the pedestal?
Yes, 100%.
All right,
Tired.
make a strength check.
Perfect. Ooh, 12.
It's even with it being only half of him, your short stature is making it difficult to get the leverage you need. It is incredibly difficult to do this by yourself. So you can start dragging him, but you only make it 5-10 feet.
Okay.
You all have the ability to move your tokens too. I think I did everything correctly. So you should be able to move your character.
Cannot move.
You cannot. Damn it. Oh, because it's determined. I hate when that switches over. When everything is determined in the character settings.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Barlos, but
So
It
there
sounds
are a couple ways
complicated.
that you can format. Baby, you go down well enough for you.
Yeah, only one bottle and I'm like,
Yeah. I hate to like knock on wood, but
shut your mouth, don't say anything right now. You're gonna ruin it.
I'm just saying, like last night and tonight, he's going down
Shut your mouth.
much.
Shut your mouth. Because you're gonna jinx it. So stop right now.
All right.
It's gonna be a horrible night.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the one that wakes up at 3:30 with a. Love you. Yeah, there are a couple different ways that you can format the tokens here, like on the GM side, and one of the ways is like in the journal. And when that happens, you can't edit any tokens on the fly on the board. You have to go into the journal and edit it by hand, which is the dumbest thing. And sometimes it does it that way, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why. Try again for Alistra, Billy.
Yep.
While you're in the journal, you assume he can't move.
Yep, I'm just gonna go through and do everybody. I'm assuming everybody's in the same boat here.
I can move now.
That is Brad.
Okay.
Not Norman. We'll meet him in a second. Is Annie. There you go. you're in. Donovan and Zach. All right, now you should all be able to move your characters. All right, Balser, you have you're able to drag half of Lewis about 10 feet away from the door, and you just don't have the strength in you anymore to get all the way to the pedestal.
Reggie, I'll owe you a drink if you chuck this up there.
What exactly are you planning, Valser?
Vesh, blood god, bloody guy, goes in the pedestal. Something's gonna happen. I've done my fair share of treasure hunts. This is a pretty obvious puzzle.
No, now that you mention it. 2 drinks.
Deal.
It's a waste of time.
Reggie will grab. How much does Valser weigh?
Can't be that much. 80 pounds? 90 pounds?
I'm gonna pick up like as Valser's trying to drag the body, I'll like pick up Valser in one arm and pick up half body in the other arm.
Make a strength check.
Oof. Actually, 30-20.
Yeah, the dirty 20, you are more than capable of doing that.
Just gonna carry you guys over to the altar and I'll put you both down on the altar together.
Do you enjoy being carried?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm
Reggie's-
tired.
Reggie's super fucking tall. I forgot. He's 7'7".
Yeah.
He's a bugbear.
Ah, Jesus.
And as soon as I'm up there with the blood, I'm gonna scout the room for anything changing, but also just if there's anything I can see now that I'm slightly higher up that I couldn't see before.
Make an investigation check. You should be better at that than religion.
10.
Nothing is changing. I assume that you are paying more attention to the disc that's already in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is happening to that or any of the other 5 discs. Nothing is moving or changing or reshaping in the room at all. What you do notice now that you're up higher, though, is the flooring in this place is really nice. It has been preserved very well. It looks like a very high quality, like a marble stone inlaid floor. You just notice that type of thing.
Well, guys, I think my plan, the blood magic might take a minute to kick in. So if you guys want to try anything else while we're waiting on that, be my guest.
You're a real expert on blood magic.
That's not how blood magic works.
Yeah, Valser, you gotta start a spell or something. It doesn't just happen by itself. You gotta start, doing incantations.
Can I investigate the pedestal to see if there are any scribblings or spells or anything?
Yeah. What exactly are you looking for? Are you looking for like
Is there an
magical
incantation we
runes,
need
or-
to any sort of this needs to be read to activate sort of thing? Not necessarily going to do it.
Yeah, make you could choose between investigation or arcana. I'll let you decide.
I was actually kind of thinking of doing the same thing, so can I assist Jerry?
Yeah. Jerry gets to choose the check though.
I'm
Cool.
doing it's the same, investigation or arcana. So
Okay,
19.
Yeah,
I
make.
think?
Yeah. Was that with advantage?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, with a 19, you would be able to tell that the 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 emblems on top of these discs, they're like little onyx discs, maybe 3 inches across, half an inch thick, and they're just sitting on these pedestals that are the exact same size. The pedestals themselves are about 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall. They're made of stone and inlaid with marble, just like the floor. Um, there are no markings whatsoever on the pedestals themselves, and you can tell that the emblems on the discs um, are they were almost painted on or drawn on with kind of luminescent inks. They're not carved in. It doesn't look like they are magically branded on them. Um, you would it'd be your best guess to say that they themselves are not magical.
Are there any indentations on the center pedestal to show inserting these, maybe?
In the center pedestal, I'll just let you use the same check. With a 19, there is a slight indent, a square indent in the very center of the pedestal. Other than that, it is nice and smooth.
Are the bases of the pedestals square?
The pedestals themselves, up in the top of the room, are circular.
Okay. I guess via the telepathic link, then I'll relay that there's a square indent. Is there anything that might fit inside it in here?
Well, you take the slot off the wall, right? How do those look? The slots that the red disc or disc with the red emblem is
They are
growing.
circular,
They're circular
and the
too.
red disc is sitting inside of the third one down.
The door's rectangular, but that's not gonna be moving.
Reggie wasn't here or paying attention for most of the time, but he's gonna just go and try to remove the disc from this.
Okay.
Does it come off at all?
It does come off, yeah. You'll notice when you take it off, on the back of the disc or on the bottom, however you're looking at it, there is an embossment in the same shape as the emblem on the front. So it's drawn on the front or painted on, but on the back, this kind of star shape on this disc is embossed on the back.
He's gonna go. He's gonna try to throw it in a slot on the wall.
Which slot would you like to put it in?
Does it look like it would fit any of the slots?
It fits every slot.
Great.
All of them are the same shape.
Plus, somebody's stopping him. Reggie's just gonna start putting all of these on the wall.
Yeah.
I like
Do you
your
want to take
enthusiasm, Reggie.
You're
Yes,
putting
yes.
that one there?
Yeah, it's just gonna be just in order.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing happens. Nothing changes. Nothing is lighting up or glowing or reshaping.
Is the
At
red
all.
one was the one that was already in there glowing?
No.
Okay. Damn it, Jerry! I thought this is why we brought you smart types along.
Take take the leave the first one in and take the rest of them down, and just take one plate and try each slot and see if anything reacts.
Jerry, you're talking big words right now. I need you to. My head's starting to hurt.
So we're taking these.
Layman
Actually, you know
terms.
what?
I'll just move over there and start removing and mage handing these 5, out of the wall. And
I'm going to change the settings. You're all going to be able to move all of these, so I don't have to move them.
okay.
Now that's smart.
So far, the bottom 3 are done. You can move green, purple, and orange.
Okay.
How's
So
the
I'm just
room
taking them all
floor?
out of the wall, and I'm just going to take the first one and just plug it into each spot. While I'm doing that, I'm going to ask Valser if he can see anything changing from the pedestal that he can see that we can't.
Can I see anything? Still
I
no
won't even make a
changes so
check.
far.
No check or no change. Yeah.
Okay. And there's not one spot that reacts any different to the others when I put it in each one?
There is not.
Okay.
Make a just make an intelligence check, Jerry.
Okay.
Are there any of the the diagrams of the gods in this room on the walls?
There are not, but there were in the first room.
Well,
With a 12, Jerry, I would say that you would be able to deduce that nothing is going to happen unless you get the order correct and they are all in the right spot. So no individual changes if you get them in the correct slots for each independent disc.
Okay. I have an idea, but I need to see if I can do an easier one.
Okay.
All right, I'll ask, does anybody want to accompany me? I have an idea. I can bring one.
Do you need a smart person or do you need a strong person, Jerry?
I'll take a strong person. If you want to join.
Look no further.
Valsa, you're up.
All right. I am going to dimension door Reggie and I to the other side of the room, or the other side of the door. To the first room.
Amazing. Okay. Knowing full well that the two of you could just escape right now. Just walk out.
What, the door?
The
you
original
mean just
door is
leave the
still
party,
open.
you mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could just dip.
Oh, I've got another method if we need to do that.
All right. So what are
yeah.
you doing in the original chamber?
I am gonna look. I'm just gonna see how the original statues are aligned and communicate with the mental link to the rest of the party. What I see, what order.
Okay. So the order, if you're looking on the left side of the room, so you're entering the room on your left, there are 3 pillars. The order of the deities are as follows: Valora, Zahir, and Talos. And then on the right side, there are 3 pillars. The order of the deities on the right side are as follows: Coralon, Vesh, and Cassis.
Okay, what were those last 3?
Coralon, Vesh, and Cassis.
Okay. So we're standing on the other side of the door looking towards the entrance. On the left I see Melora first, then Zahir, then Talos.
Sorry,
On the
so
right, I see. Okay.
so from where you are, it would be the opposite. That is the order as if you are entering the room
Okay.
from
I can keep it that way then. We'll go
the exit.
to the entrance.
Okay. Yeah, so entering from the original door, that is the correct order.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go up to the Melora statue and see if there's a symbol that might correlate to the plate, any of the plates that I saw on the statue.
There are no symbols that you can see.
Okay. Is there a color I can associate with?
There is not.
Okay. But is it enough? Would I even know the name? Is the name on the statue?
Yeah, so it does say Melora on the statue.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I wouldn't be completely clueless then. Okay.
You're not completely in the dark, no.
I'm not, because Reggie still has light on his spear.
That's true. You always have light when Reggie's around.
Okay. I guess I'll just you said when we came in that they were in order of appearance or origin?
The order in which they joined the Presidium.
Okay. So
Would I remember?
Be...
You cut out, Annie. What was your question, Ash?
Would I remember the order?
You are fairly certain the red one is not Vesh. Make another religion check. Actually, make a history check. I feel like you would know this from history more than you would have a tie to religion.
16.
You would have a pretty strong. You would know that Talos is white, and you would be 30% sure that green is Melora, and you'd be very certain that purple is Cassis.
Okay.
With a 16.
And I'll convey, like, I'm looking at the statues here. I think they have something to do with those symbols. So,
okay,
any of this knowledge would be relevant to share. Okay, so I guess I would say Melora would be first, and she would be green,
Yes.
most likely. So the green one should go first. I'm trying to think if it's an order of their origin, or it's from the entrance inward. So Melora, then Coralon.
Zahir.
It would, okay. Would it be like clockwise, or would it be like going through the room as their order? So I guess we could try both. We could do Zahir first, but I don't know what color Zahir is.
He's not white. He's not purple.
Yeah.
And he's not white.
Well, we still know that Talos would be third by this logic. So white would be third.
Right.
And then would it be Cassis is fourth or Coralon is fourth? Is it clockwise? I guess Cassis would be fourth.
Cassis is purple.
Okay. We got these three.
Wait, the origin. What did was Cassis last?
Yes.
So let's just try doing it in the order we have.
Mhm.
Then let's try that first. Because that would also line up with just going left to right.
Uh, green. Here we don't know.
I'm just gonna shout down. Put the red one in the 5th slot. Put it
No.
in spot 5.
Nobody listened to him. He's wrong.
We do know that Vesh is, well, depending on who you ask, absolutely red or absolutely not red. So at the very least,
Correct.
we know
Yeah.
that we know that Vesh is probably not red for most of us. So then it's just Coralon and Zahir that could be red, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with Valstar though. I think Vesh is red.
Yeah.
Just because I owe him food, or
Wow.
he gave me food, so I owe
Just go along with
Yeah.
whatever he
food
says.
favor. Yeah.
I will be your yes man forever now.
Yes.
How's the room lit? I don't think I heard that.
It is dimly lit. The lighting seems to just be ambient. So you can see, like you can see across the room. It's not bright by any means. It's definitely more dim now that Reggie is not in the room with you.
Can I just hold my moon katana? It's moon touched, and I have a 15-foot radius of bright light.
Yes, you can.
Oh, hey, I got one of those too. And then I'll pull out my sun sword.
Hey,
All of a sudden, it's blindingly bright.
right.
You said the statues outside. There is no color or symbols, just the names.
No color or symbol associated. Correct.
Do these appear to be
Okay.
ciphers of any kind?
What did you say? I'm sorry.
A cipher?
No. I'll just give you that one. No.
It makes my choices much easier.
Hi, Annie.
Well, guessing
Annie.
with what, if we go based on the 3 that we're pretty confident on, it's a lot easier to just plug and play 3 versus 6, right?
Yeah. There's only so many combinations.
Yeah.
I also
and it's a
know
lot.
that Vesh is not red.
She's
Correct.
not red.
Allegedly.
Okay. Yeah.
So
If the others don't work, we can try Vesh as red. Vesh would be 5th, so we could just put him in as is,
yeah.
like that. See if that works.
And then
Nothing happens.
Okay. So
Yep.
that.
Nothing
work?
happens.
We got time.
We have plenty of time.
That can't be fifth.
If
Right.
Vesh isn't red, that can't work.
Nothing happens.
And you mentioned Lewis is an historian expert on the Presidium. Does he have any, like, on the half of the body that I'm standing next to, any, like, jewelry, or just, I'm looking for these symbols specifically on his half corpse?
Make an investigation check.
Good point. Reggie is gonna
That's
pilfer through the other half of his body as well. The other side of the door.
10.
Yeah.
Investigate as well, Reggie.
I'll assist with that if I can.
Okay, yeah, with advantage.
12.
Somebody want to? With a 12, you find a With a 12, you find a symbol that is very reminiscent of the red one, with music notes surrounding it. And with a 10 on the front half, you do not find anything, Valser.
Reggie would just give that to Jerry without a second thought.
Are there any deities associated with music?
Yeah, our chart.
The
Cortland.
red one is.
I don't know
is
that
the
Yoshimi
one.
knows that, but
Just we have the link going still, so I'll posit it to the whole group. It's music, notes, and it's red.
So like I'd say just like a little charm that you found in his bag. The symbol itself is not red, but it is the same symbol as the red one here, with music notes surrounding it.
Okay.
So it's possibly in the right spot right now.
Mhm. I'll now
Yeah.
accept that maybe I'm wrong. Red's not Vesh, but it's pretty similar to red orange. So what if we just swap the orange one and is that blue?
Yes.
Swapping
Okay.
orange and blue, nothing happens.
There was only what is it, 30% confidence in the Melora, but the other two were very certain.
Correct.
So the only ones we know for sure are 3 and 4.
And
We
pretty
know-
certain on 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say we
Okay.
know Castus is purple.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, we could still run the other 3 like we just did, if we know 3 for sure.
Were the bottom of the disc inspected?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there
The
you go.
bottom of
Nice.
the bottoms of the discs have the same emblem as the front, but embossed out.
I don't understand what you're saying.
So like you can run your hands over it and it's like a
Textured.
yeah, it's textured. It's like I don't know what the
Okay,
I know the other way to say it, but I can't think of the word. Like convex
okay.
as opposed to concave,
There's an
but
indication.
in those yeah. It's like I know there's another way to say it. I just can't think of the way.
I was
So,
laughing at
so
the just do
Brad's,
it.
yeah, Brad's just do it. I think it was Brad anyway.
why would you think it was me?
I'm gonna read my World Builders journal where you guys figure out this puzzle. Or just because the only smart character is walking out of the room.
Reggie's not even in the room, so
That's true. I guess
There's-
Ash is pretty smart. Ash has high intelligence.
is there any like the pedestals we took these off of? Is there any concave imprints in there, like where they came from?
Yes, and they
Can I see him?
match. Yeah, you can. They're concave, and they're exactly the same as these ones.
And they're not They're over where we found them, correct?
Yep, over in these are
Okay.
the pedestals that they were
So
taken off of.
not in.
So is that one the same as the red symbol?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where we initially found it gone from. Okay.
Do they set the same way, or is it just a circular? Like, is there
They
an indentation?
there is an indentation, so you would know that the back of the embossment on the back of the disc fits into the indentation in the pedestal. That is correct. But the way that they were ordered, you can already rule out, because Reggie put them all in order and it didn't work.
I guess what I'm saying is that where they're set into currently, does it match up, the indentation match up with what's behind it
So on
In the wall,
is it
in the
convex
wall?
or
Yeah.
concave?
if you pull the discs out, you can look in, and there is no indentation in the wall. As you're pushing it in, it's going into like looser sediment or sand, and as you pull it out, it magically reforms.
Gotcha.
What did you say earlier about the floor?
Super clean.
Dwarven marble. No, I'm just
Mhm.
making that up.
It's incredibly well made flooring, like marble and stone inlaid floor. Just really nice, high class floor.
Are there any patterns on the floor?
There are not.
Can I
The
use
only
a,
imperfection that you can see would be the indentation in the center of the center pedestal.
Can I start like tracking maybe any footprints?
Yeah, you can.
Basically, it'd be footprints looking for going from the circular pedestals towards the wall, or from the door even.
There are 6 sets of greasy bugbear footprints coming from the last 5 pedestals to the last 5 cutouts in the wall.
Well, if there are 3 that we know, logically we can quickly do the 6 combinations in the other 3 spots real quick. So the way it stands now, nothing happens, right?
Oh, we're not gonna put Molar there.
Correct.
And I think we had the blue and the orange switched, so now we can do those 2.
Nothing happens.
Okay, let's switch green and orange. Anything
As
there?
you place the orange disc into the wall, all 6 of them begin to glow.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like the discs themselves are glowing. It seems like the wall behind the discs are glowing and shining light through the discs. So it makes it look like they're all glowing in their respective colors, and it gets very, very bright. And a door materializes on the south end of the room down here, and the small indentation in the pedestal in the center of the room starts to lower, so it depresses into the ground. And there's just like dust that kicks up, and even a bit of steam from the metal sliding down into itself. And when it comes back up, on the middle section of the pedestal is a small, uh, very confused looking automaton.
Is that it's on top of it where I am?
Yep. Oh yeah.
the-
So that would have started moving down with you on top of
Yeah.
it.
Okay, if it started moving, I think I would jump off of it
Okay.
to be
Does
safe.
the door between the rooms open again?
It does not.
Okay.
Does it have a tag saying that its name is Norman?
So on the front of Norman, you actually see the letters NRMN. Norman.
Herman.
I'll
And
teleport
he'll
Reggie and I back.
Okay. And he'll look around at all of you, and he'll say, "Ah, I wasn't aware people still existed. I assumed everyone died off, and I was alone. Oh, I'm Norman." And he'll kind of like give a mechanical wave.
Is that comforting that you know that you're not alone? Norman.
I do not eat, or sleep, or breathe. It makes little difference to me.
We're just gonna go up to Yoshimi and just start whispering. He's like, "See, Yoshimi, this is what I'm talking about. All the robots are gonna take over. They're gonna take our jobs. Nothing left for us to do. They're gonna kill us. I say we get them now. When you least
What is your
expects
job?
it." Reggie's job.
What's your job to steal, Rich?
What is your job, Reggie?
I am a god of drinking and ass kicking, Jerry. That is my job.
Norman, what's your job?
I am Norman. I am a non-reflexive multiversal navigator, or Nerman. My creator decided to call me Norman. He felt that it sounded more human. But I am not human, and I never will be.
Damn right about that.
Says the bugbear.
Yeah. Norman, do you think you could do us a solid and use your multiversal navigation skills to send us where we came from?
Certainly, I will plug in to center palette. In the palette, what did I call it? the palette
Error.
chamber.
Error.
Please follow me down to the palette chamber. You will walk down this way towards the door, and the door is much more formidable looking than the last one. And he's very short. He's like 2 feet tall. He's really tiny. And as he goes towards the door, he does not stop or slow down at all. Just a tiny little slot at the bottom of the door, just like, and he walks right through.
Norman! What? How the fuck? I can't fit through that. God damn it. I was going to say, look at that. Look at that. We have all of our problems solved. It's great. And then he just vanishes through the door. That's great. That's great, isn't that, Reggie? You're right.
Can I walk
you know.
up to the door and like wave my hand like you do, in real life at a grocery store if the door's not opening? Can I just like reach my hand out towards it and see if it reacts?
Nothing happens. No.
Does
Really
he-
good idea though.
Does he open a slot in the top of the door like the guy in the Wizard of Oz at the Emerald City?
You know what? Yeah. He'll
Okay.
the bottom slot will open up again, and he'll say, "Please follow me." Presently.
I'll just walk at the wall full force.
How fast
Full-
are you walking?
A nice speed walk, a solid strut.
You will take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Perfect.
Reggie
Norman, what the fuck?
Reggie fucking loses it. He's on the ground belly laughing right now. You stupid son of a bitch! You just walked into a wall.
Does Valser hit the ground?
Make a dexterity save, Velser.
Although Zach, I would say a great idea. I was about to do the same thing.
Oop, that's the wrong button.
Yeah.
It's like platform 9 3/4. You gotta go full speed at it.
I have
You have to
a
have conviction.
Ooh, he rolled.
20.
No. He just
Okay.
smacks his face. He probably Jesus. Like hits your nose. You hit your nose, but you just kind of like recoil. You don't fall all the way over.
The cat's like deck save. I got that.
Right? Yeah.
Reggie wants to break the door. He wants to run and then like jump and then like do like the double, like he wants to be like become horizontal at the door.
Okay.
Try to just
A
kick
drop
it.
kick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Make. All right. Make it an athletics check.
Did you think this is how Norman died, Barlos?
Maybe.
31.
You cause a severe dent in the door. So this is a door that is. I guess I should have explained the door to you beforehand. It is based in wood, but all of the seams of the door are metal, and it has metal brackets running across. This is a single panel door, so you could assume that it swings either inward or outward, but it does have a completely metal panel at the bottom where Norman went through before. So you dent one of the metal brackets, the metal like bars going across the door. Not nearly as destructible as the first two doors you kicked in.
Norman, how do we follow you?
Shh, please follow me. Shh.
Reggie's just gonna do it again. He's making progress.
All right, yeah, make another athletics check. You can keep 30ing these athletics checks all day.
What is not a 30? That is a 25.
This one, you do not meet the DC. You don't do damage to the door, and I'm gonna say you take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Jokes on
You
you.
hit
I'm
the
really-
you hit
I'm
the
really
right
good at
spot on
bludgeoning.
your foot that it just like sends that shock up your leg.
Can
Okay,
I? Oh, I was gonna say, can I send my owl in to like walk through the little door at the bottom?
Yeah, you can try.
Okay. Just have him like walk cautiously towards the same spot he went through at, I guess. See if it opens for him or not.
It does not open for Archimedes.
Okay.
I have a crowbar. And my plan is I'm going to yell for Norman and then stick the crowbar in the opening when the door opens. So I'm ready with the crowbar and I say, Norman, I have another question. Please come back right now.
Roll to hit.
Okay.
Crowbar's not here until next week.
Right. I still have to figure out how to bring you back in the middle of
Don't
what we're doing.
Work too hard.
Okay. What was the roll? I'm sorry.
16.
And what is your question? Or you already answered that. You already said that, right? I have another question.
Yeah.
He will open the door and he'll say, "What is your question?"
Can you just stand there for a minute while I'm crouching down trying to look what's on the other side?
No,
with my crowbar in the
but I
opening.
will I will allow you. You had enough time while he asked that to get your crowbar in, and it is between the two sliding metal pieces of the door.
Reggie, you're strong. Can you do anything with this?
Like mid sentence, Reggie's like running up to the slot. He says, "Hey, you son of a bitch! I'm gonna fucking kill you! Open this goddamn door!" Let's try like pulling from the opposite end, the Valser, and try prying it open.
Yeah, yeah. Make an athletics check.
Dirty. No, that's sorry, 28.
Upon you and Valser both, which really makes very little difference. Once you get a hold of the crowbar, Valser is just like holding on for dear life as you're wrenching this crowbar back and forth. You end up denting and kind of bending out one side of the panel door, so you can see through. None of you can fit through, but you can see through to the other side. Also above game, I don't know if anybody has tried to just open the door yet.
I was just thinking that.
Not to give you any extra hints, but like opening a door is not a hint.
So I'm just being Reggie, man. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I know.
The door?
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at the other people with 20 intelligence.
Mhm.
I would like to
Hey,
just
I'm
open
tired.
the door.
Ash, you successfully open the door. It swings
Yay.
into your.
Oh yeah, there's door handle.
Yeah. You find yourself on the other side of the door. Longer corridor here, and lining both sides are 5 stone gargoyle statues. And Norman is all the way over here already. You get the idea that anytime he was prompted to reopen the door, he would walk all the way back and open the door and then shut the door and start walking. He's still walking this direction. So he's just been walking up and down this corridor this whole time as you've been asking him questions.
Well, he said to follow him, right?
Yep. Alystra, as you pass this first section of gargoyles, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Not terrible.
Which you should be pretty good at those, right?
I got a +6. Doesn't help if I roll a 3, but Jesus. Yeah, 25.
Yeah, 25. You are good. You are good. You can continue.
Do I feel
As
anything
everybody
weird?
just. You do not feel anything. Nope.
Yep, this way, guys. Perfectly safe.
I'll move forward.
Ash, yeah, Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay.
I think Reggie's gonna. He's still pissed off at Norman. He's gonna like full sprint towards Norman.
8.
Ash, you fail. What is your total hit point, or what's your hit point total? Not where you're at right now, but the total.
My max is 95.
I don't like that question.
I already know my fate. It's fine.
Yeah, what happens if Ash dies before the poignant plot point?
Your your hit point total is reduced to 85.
Okay.
You say Constitution.
Yep. Con saving throw, please.
dice tray is failing me. Let's do this. Natural 20.
Are there
25.
are there any visual indicators, or is it just she feels this thing and it hurts?
You just feel a little bit tired, like you just got blood drawn,
Hmm.
and you are good to proceed, Reggie.
Is Ash giving us any type of acknowledgement that she feels tired, or is she even aware that it's because of something that happened walking there?
It's so slight right now, Ash. I would say that you wouldn't. What's your passive perception, actually?
It is 11.
You don't know that anything is happening.
Okay. Well, I will also follow. 3 people made it and seem fine.
All right, con save, please, Valser. Elistra, if you're continuing, I'll take another one from you. And
I got
Reggie,
a 21.
you are good, Valser.
There's the spring back. Natural 1.
What is your hit point total, Reggie?
123.
Fuck yeah. I like to think that Jerry's just gonna watch all of this and then just teleport across.
I'm thinking about it.
You will reduce your hit point total to 111, Reggie. And Elistra, you are still good. What's your passive perception, Reggie? It's really high. 18, right?
Yep.
You feel a little bit beat. You feel like something changed very slightly as you passed this threshold.
He's just gonna assume that it's the booze catching up to him.
Okay. That's fair.
All right.
He's
I'll walk to the first point too then.
All right, con save, please, Jerry. You are good, my friend. You continue unscathed.
I should probably clarify. This is not the result of disease, poison effects.
No. Nope.
Okay.
How is this room lit? Is it
Very similarly to the other room.
okay? I'm actually gonna sheath my sword, and then when I get towards the gargoyles, I'm gonna roll on the ground.
Okay. Make a con saving throw for me.
No, he's got iframes right there.
He's doing the Dark Souls dodge
I'm gonna
roll.
have to use it
Yeah.
right now because I rolled a 1.
You
So it's
wait. What are you
actually
doing?
15. Indomitable.
Oh,
You
okay.
roll a saving throw. I'm assuming a 1
yeah.
failed.
Yeah.
And then
One fail.
now 15.
Yeah, you're good. You can pass. This is. I'm not trying to fuck with your brains. I'm just gonna have you roll initiative right now. Is there a couple things that'll use initiative order that are non-combat coming up? I'm just gonna use the same initiative for everything. I forgot to do it before the first room.
It's the beginning of the end, everybody. That's how it all ends.
10 for Reggie.
I really do that? Can I select my token and then roll initiative on this? Will it automatically add me to the tracker? That just changed my initiative in your tracker, Barlos.
I am not using the tracker. Let me check though. It did not add you to the tracker. No.
Huh.
Curious.
So Alistra 11. Sanity roll, yeah. Did you roll for initiative, Aaron?
No.
Roll for me real quick.
Not good.
Nice.
Back to
Classic
Good to be
form.
Jerry.
back, Jerry. Yep.
Par for the course, yeah. All right. And Valser. Up on top. Great. Keep going. Reggie, you said you're just running through?
Yeah.
All right, make so are you looking to just catch up with Norman right now?
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. We'll say that by the time you get to him, he is up on this pressure plate. He's up on this pedestal. So make 3 con saves for me, Reggie. And I will take them in the order that they are rolled. Oof.
That 2. You clear dice.
Okay. So your total HP is reduced down to 89, Reggie. But you are over by Norman. By the time you get to this last one, Reggie, you would feel a notable change in your vitality. You would also notice you can feel your heartbeat like in your head between your ears.
Reggie was very, very intent on like punting Norm when he got up there. Instead, he's gonna just kind of crawl to his knees and take a squat and take a sip of flask. Like, whew.
Is it
Sorry.
clear? Oh, sorry.
I should say I'm starting to sober up a little bit.
I was gonna ask, is it clear that like as he passes each threshold, he's losing a bit of his vigor, or is
I
that
would
not something I
say-
could see?
I would say on the last one, what's your passive perception?
It is 16.
From 60 feet away. Yeah, I would say that you would be able to see a physical hiccup in Reggie's stride, rolling a 12 on the last save. That would kind of hit him more intensely than the one he failed back here.
Okay.
So
So
yes, you would notice that.
okay. So letting everyone know that I think there's a trap on the last set of gargoyles, and so we should approach it carefully.
Just dodge roll.
Ah, thanks, man. Good to know.
And so I'm gonna go through the next like 2 thresholds.
Oh,
Give me 2
shit.
con saves. Yeah. I'll take them in the order that they're rolled.
All right. First up, a 4.
Oof. Okay. What's the
Second, a 5.
one? Oof. Okay. What's your total HP?
94.
Your total hit point maximum drops to 76. 2 failed rolls.
Okay.
And also, Alistra, you would be close enough to see Valser almost trips when he hits this threshold. He failed it pretty tremendously, and he noticeably stalls going through that third set of gargoyles.
Maybe all of them are trapped guys. Just maybe not just the last one. Careful.
That wasn't intentional then? The tripping thing?
No. That there's like a field of energy between the gargoyles. Doesn't feel good to walk through.
Ooh. All right, Ash. 2 Constitution saves, please. You are muted. Of course I am.
Zach, that was your chance to call her a noob.
The first one is 18.
Okay. That
And
saves.
then the second one is 24.
That saves. You are safe.
And
I'll do the same.
Oh.
All right, 2 more saves, Jerry. That saves for the second one. That saves for the third one. Jerry is good.
These gargoyle statues is there space on the wall behind them, or is this kind of taking up the entirety of the room?
They're I mean, the room is pretty wide. The room is, what, 35 feet wide. They are like standalone statues, so they're not built into the wall. There's space behind them.
Okay, so I can climb up walls with my cloak. So can I try to like Spider-Man behind the last couple to get to the end?
You can. And you do not need to make a saving throw.
Nice.
Is it the kind of thing where you need to like be on the wall moving to get behind them? Or can you kind of shimmy around it?
What is your size? Are you small or medium?
I'm a gnome, yeah. I'm the same size as he is.
I
I
would
think
say
medium,
that
I
you
don't
would
know.
be able to fit behind them. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going okay, as I go behind them, I'm going to get my web, or what is it? My staff of
Wand of web.
No, it's basically the same thing. Spider staff, and I'm going to cover the
Okay.
wall with web behind the last 2 gargoyles, so everyone else can
Nice.
stick to it, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. On this side.
Just
side that
the
you're
last
on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's fine. Well, because it can only cast the web spell, and you have to pick your area right. So I don't think I can get the whole wall. Actually, I've got spider shoes, but I'll do the same thing. So I can literally just walk on the wall.
Okay. Are you still casting web? Or are
Yeah,
you just
I'll still
walking?
use the staff. Yeah.
Okay. We'll say, is it a What's the radius on that? It's a 10-foot or 20-foot radius?
20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. Okay.
So I think
okay.
you can at least get around one gargoyle, maybe two.
So we'll say if we start it like right here. Oops.
Middle and
What do I
middle.
have to do?
Yeah.
Now, if you get the hypotenuse of the cube, can you get two?
Yeah.
Objects.
Like that. And then onto the wall behind it. Ish. And then up the wall for the cube.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Great. So this is covered in webs here. And to give more dimension to the room, these statues are probably 7 or 8 feet tall, and the ceilings for the room is 10 to 15 feet tall. So there's space above the statues on the wall too. Ash, are you running straight through?
Yeah.
All right, give me 2 more con saves.
She's feeling cocky. Oh, but maybe she shouldn't. 14.
That fails the second to last one. And what's your last one?
23.
That succeeds. What's your current HP? I think you were reduced the first time, right?
Yeah.
85.
Mm-hmm.
So your total is reduced to 76.
70.
But you are safely on the other side. Jerry is on the other side as well. Alistra and Yoshimi, what are you guys doing?
Hey, Yosh, come here. Just don't go through it. Come to statue.
Okay. And then climb over.
Yeah, hear me out. Hear me out. You got to cross it anyways. Climb over it, and we'll see what happens.
All right, let's do it.
So how are you climbing over this?
I mean, she's just kind of dexterous and but she's just gonna scale it by gripping to the stone, so looking for footholds and handholds. Maybe even a dino or two if she can do the acrobatic kind of
I mean,
style.
there's the wall. There's a wall on the backside too, so you can use that as like.
Yeah,
kind
you
of
do the
entry point
thing
as
where
well.
people do in a wedge, right? So they like put their back against the wall and use their feet to scale.
Okay, yeah, make an acrobatics check.
At disadvantage, I love that
Shit.
because I'm exhausted.
I'll catch you.
I have to use a 7, which is okay. So a 16.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Assuming you use the same practices throughout the rest of them, I would let you use that same check. Alistra, how are you conquering this?
I'm gonna go down here because I see the web, which is pretty much the freebies, right?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. That won't work. How heavy are these statues? Do they even budge? Are they built into the floor?
They're made of solid marble. They are incredibly heavy.
See, the problem is, Michael Barlos, is that I don't want to do the same thing that Yosh did. So I'm sitting here debating what to do.
Take a look at your
And-
skills and see which ones apply.
Turn
it into a skill challenge.
All right, skill challenge. Can I use Arcana on the statue to see potentially where this energy. What's the word I'm looking for? Tripwire is coming from.
I will
For
allow you
perception.
to. I will allow you to roll for Arcana. If you are willing to expend one of your Hemocraft die,
Sure.
because that directly applies.
Maybe she's using one of the Hemocraft die to basically draw out some blood and then drag it across certain parts of the statue to see where it's being affected or not being affected.
Yeah.
I'll spend that. Okay. You said Arcana?
Yes, please.
How's the 14?
With the 14, with this one, it's so close. I will allow you to glean some information here. You just kind of feeling around the statue, maybe sampling some of your blood and using that to connect to the magic of the statue. You would be able to understand that all of you are being hit with really intense frequencies of sound waves, and they're affecting your equilibrium. They're throwing off all of the vascular operations in between your eardrums and your head, and that's disrupting all of your anatomy below. So that's where the con saves were coming from. As far as disrupting that, I would, now that you know what it is, if you roll an incredibly high medicine check, I will let you pass this.
Not proficient in medicine. I don't know if she would know to do it, but I will roll. No, this makes sense.
She is a musician though, so
I'm gonna roll it. Maybe I'll roll 20, Barlos, right?
Maybe you will.
Because it's a +0, so it's a straight roll. Natural 1.
Ooh, you're taking that damage either way.
Fuck!
You're taking that damage either way.
It's like have an idea, but then it was actually the opposite of what I should have done, so it just basically zapped me in the head.
You put it into the universe, and the universe spat it back out at you.
Yep. Fuck, I should have rolled that.
What is your total HP?
118.
Well, that's not bad.
about to be worse.
It is.
Your total is reduced to 109, and you can spider climb the rest of your way through, and you are all up to safety.
It really sucks we don't have a paladin for that, huh?
Yeah, too bad. Norman, showing very little emotion, he will see that you are all with him, and he will immediately go through the next door. He'll say, "Thank you for following. Follow me, please."
Reggie, I thought you were gonna grab that son of a bitch. You all right, buddy?
He's like just like sprawled out, like arms and legs spread out completely on this pedestal. And he's just sometimes it just catches up to you and oh kind of want to take a nap.
Just pour a little bit of water in Reggie's mouth. Is this what you're looking for?
Is that's some of that bugbear? That's some of that bugbear natural light.
Yeah, buddy.
Not strong enough.
Yep.
But yeah, Norman is gone. He has gone through his little compartment in the door.
All
Now,
right.
is this a door that can be opened, such as with a knob or a handle?
There is a knob on the door. Yes.
I feel like this isn't the end of this, guys. I feel like every broom is just gonna suck.
Mm.
You know, I knew it was too easy.
Mhm.
I open the door.
The door opens. Yeah, great. And you are moved over to a new room, very similar to the shape of the first room. There is a large pedestal, identical to the ones in the previous two rooms, with one exception. There is a large button or a raised section in the middle. It could be assumed to be a button on the top of the pedestal. And other than that, the room appears to be completely empty.
Norman.
Please follow me.
Why don't you come here first?
Okay. And he kind of just trots back over to you.
But when he's within reach of Reggie. Reggie's gonna grapple him.
Okay. Yeah. He is now grappled.
Let's hear you, son of a bitch!
Ah.
Hey, shut
Please
up!
stop.
Shut up!
Ah.
I'm not even
Ah.
hurting you. I'm just come here and listen to me.
I don't have a choice but to listen to you.
Great. Now, anything in this room here gonna kick our ass?
Likely.
Like what?
Please follow me down to
God damn it,
pallet
Norman!
room.
What's gonna kick my ass?
Please follow me. Please follow me. Please follow me.
Reggie's just gonna violently shake him.
Please, please follow me.
And then I guess he'll let him go. Let's toss him
Ah.
in the direction of where he needs to go.
He just like kind of tumbles. Wow. Certainly uncalled for, but likely
Was
warranted.
it? Was it,
Please
Norman?
follow me.
Was it uncalled for?
And he will very clearly avoid this centerpiece.
Norman's really going off vague claptrap vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah. A mix of Claptrap and that robot from Portal.
Yeah.
hmm
God.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna walk this way.
Okay. You're good so far.
Reggie's gonna pop squat. You gonna sit down.
I'll ask if Norman can step on the button.
I am very sorry. I was programmed to not step on any any buttons.
Valser's just gonna follow Ash's footsteps, but like 10 feet back.
Okay.
I like your idea, Reggie.
I'm gonna keep going.
All right, Ash, as you pass, oh, sorry, I'm going to move you back for a second. as you pass this section, this grid right here, you how many weapons do you have on you that are made of metal?
Made of metal?
hmm
Mm,
And where are the? How do you have them stashed on your person?
I think I only have a bow.
I think so too.
So I don't have any metal.
Oh, and so you have a bow, and your
Oh, I have my.
all-purpose tool is your casting focus.
Okay.
So as you cross this threshold, you are still able to cross. You don't feel any different. Uh, but as you pass through, your bow, your all-purpose tool, and then any other extraneous knives or like any of the starting equipment stuff, uh,
Mhm.
is pulled back as if it cannot pass across this line, and they fall back behind you onto the ground. So you are up here. Your weapons are still back here.
Okay. Can I walk backwards to
You
where they
can.
were?
Hmm?
Okay, I'm gonna go back and pick up my stuff.
Okay.
I have some ball bearings. Can I just kind of like scatter a handful in like just kind of a wide shot in front of me to see if they do anything?
Yeah. The ball bearings pass through.
I'll throw them with deadly intent.
Now do it with feeling.
Hmm.
What are you thinking back there, Yoshimi?
I think I'm just gonna start walking towards Norman.
Okay.
So I'll go 35 feet if I can.
Okay. Yeah. Let me pull up your thing here real quick. Any weapon that you have on your person that has metal on it.
My katana.
Yep, that drops behind you. So that's on the floor right here. And then, just like Ash, any extraneous daggers or knives or hatchets or whatever that you might be carrying, not necessarily as a main, but they are all on the ground behind this field right here as well.
I have leather armor with metal studs.
Yep, you pass through like normal. You don't feel any differently.
What about a ring on my hand?
That is good.
Well, I sit there and I'm thinking.
What do you think about having
Bet if,
somebody go
bet
stand
if I,
on that button?
yeah, I'm thinking I want to do that. Doing it.
All right, Yoshimi, I'm going to move you back here again.
Okay.
As you pass this threshold right here, as you cross over, walking normally, nothing seems to fall off of your person. Everything stays intact. But the moment you step into this space, uh, you are assaulted. You are sensory assaulted. The light in the room is turned up to 100. and it is incredibly loud, deafeningly loud, and you are blinded and deafened.
What do we notice?
How do you react to that, Yoshimi? Because you can still see her walking.
Mhm.
She
So-
she just wails to how'd that happen?
As you're screaming, Yoshimi, you cannot hear yourself. So you all watch Yoshimi clutch her head and scream in pain.
If she's blinded and deafened, can she hear us telepathically?
Ooh, good question.
Like, can we guide her
would
to the
say
podium?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Then I will tell her to try to keep her wits about her, and I can guide her to the pedestal. Since
Okay.
it's telepathic, she can still at least shut her eyes and cover her ears, maybe, if that helps, and just try to guide her telepathically. I don't know.
All right, Yoshimi, make a survival check for me. I'll have you just roll straight, because you would get disadvantage, but with Jerry's guidance, you'd get advantage. So just roll like normal.
Okay. I like this dice a lot more. Okay. Dude, I could have used your dice jail gift. My other D20.
I love it. It's just sitting right up here. This is so awesome.
The problem is those were my new dice are a gift from someone. I don't want to tell them that the dice are treating me terribly.
Thanks a lot, you dick. These are the worst I've ever owned. It's hilarious.
So it looks like it's 22.
Jerry, I'm gonna have you roll. What do I want to have you roll? I'm inclined to say persuasion, but I don't know if that's the right thing to pick. Maybe just a straight intelligence roll, Jerry.
Woof. Oh, that was a 7. Okay. Looked like a 1.
All right, Yoshimi, I'm gonna say with Jerry's guidance, you get up to the base of the pedestal, and now it's starting to get more intense. You feel like whatever you are experiencing right now is based around this mark right here, where your target is. I now want this to operate like a skill challenge. Yoshimi and Jerry are involved. Use a skill to try and overcome this circumstance and explain why it works for both of you, please.
I was gonna ask, did I see, or is she like feeling around like air, like a blind person? Because they haven't said anything out loud other than she's screaming.
I would say at this point her hands would be squarely around her ears and her eyes would be closed. So she's just walking and using Jerry's guidance to go left or right or whatever.
After you guys do what you're gonna do, Reggie's gonna make his way up there.
Let's have Jerry go first. What can you do other than a straight intelligence roll or survival to help Yoshimi?
I'm gonna. I don't know what that would. I don't think that would help. Am I able to see? Because I can't tell that there's something coming from the pedestal, like a symbol on it, right? So
All
I
you
don't.
can see is a raised circular section of the pedestal.
I will send my owl forward to see if he feels the same sensory assault.
That's a found familiar, right? That's not a
Yeah, that's
a
not an
biological
actual
familiar.
creature.
I would say that he does not. No.
Okay. I mean, if he can pass through that, I'll just tell him to go sit on the button then.
How heavy is Archimedes? He's an owl.
Yeah,
he's
not
like-
not a lot. Let me
It's got to be like 10 pounds or something, if that.
if that.
Bird bones are.
That's
I would say that Archimedes alone does not depress the button. I'll make that call right now.
Okay.
Can he dance
Everett.
into the bomb and headbutt the button?
Well, that might
Roll
cause
for
enough
attack.
damage just to outright kill him. So no, I'm not going to do
It
that.
could be, yeah,
They only have like what, 1 health or something, or
something crazy.
yeah, one
But
one
yeah,
HP.
unless you're a Pact of the Chain warlock, they're all super weak.
Between 2 to 4 pounds.
Yeah, not even close.
Then I'll communicate to Yoshimi. Can I take? Is there anything I can take off of you and set on the pedestal to weigh it down?
Absolutely not.
She travels light.
True.
Really do.
True.
So, can I use my samurai training and like sharpshooter background to envision the target being the energy from this button or the location of the button anyway? Being the
What
source?
skill other than survival are you using to do that? I would say yes. But what skill do you want to use to do that?
I mean, let's just use my acrobatics again to just
Okay.
leap
What?
forward and just will myself towards the source.
Okay. Yeah, I'll allow that. Roll for acrobatics.
Disadvantage for exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 20 and a 4. Second.
Said 24.
Yeah. No, I said I rolled a 20 and a 4. So let's see, it'd be 13.
13, I would say you using kind of your memory from where you saw the button before you passed through, you could lunge another 5 feet, and I'm going to have you take generous for you 3 psychic damage.
Thank you. That sounds generous.
All right, Jerry, I guess let's move to Reggie. Reggie had an action that he wanted to take.
He's just gonna try and walk up to Yoshimi.
Okay. Yeah, everything falls away from you once you pass this thing. Your spear clatters back onto the ground, so you're completely unarmed.
I am not making this up. The description of the spear is this spear is made from ivory bone of an ancient gold dragon.
Mm.
It is not metal. It is ivory bone.
Okay. What else do you have on you that's metal, if anything?
He carries like nothing.
Weaponry.
That's it. He's a lot of booze.
Yeah. Yeah. So passing through there, nothing happens. Passing the second one, as you get up here, just like Yoshimi experienced, you are now experiencing deafening noise and blinding light. So you are now deafened and blinded.
And as part of Ruin's Wake, Reggie is immune to both blinded and deafened.
We love
Nice.
that for your party. Who needs paladins when you have a drunken bugbear? Yeah. So you pass through and you're like, I don't know what she's doing. I'm fine.
Just gonna walk up and Yoshimi, you trying to touch the button? Hey, you want a little help, buddy?
Is this telepathic or
He's just speaking, so you didn't hear shit.
so? I don't even sense you probably.
He's gonna like
At this point, you probably don't even feel him. Like if you're touching her
I
at all, like
feel
touching
like
her
all
back.
alone. Mhm.
I don't think that you would even be paying attention to physical touch at this point. She has no idea you're there, Reggie.
I'm gonna like give her like a a, a bugbear sized push forward.
Okay. Yeah. Um. Make a. You take the shove action.
That also athletics. Yeah.
Yep.
28.
There's no way that you can beat that at disadvantage, Yoshimi. He shoves you onto the button, and immediately, all of the noise stops. Uh, all of the light returns to normal, and your ears are ringing, and your eyes are still blinded a bit. But you feel much better. You feel relief, Yoshimi.
Wow.
Norman, you're an asshole.
Please follow me. And he just goes through. Oh well, a door also appears. I should also do that.
Um,
All right, sorry guys, I gotta hop out.
did I get shoved onto his
All right,
owl?
man.
Recording is. I'm gonna leave it go until like 11 or so. Give you enough time.
Okay.
All right, see you guys.
Night,
Have a good night, man. See you next week.
I just deleted my icon, Barless. I'm an idiot. Fucking idiot.
So I
There you
think
go.
the first thing I
don't know
see
exactly where you
is
were.
what, like Archimedes flying away because would react to.
The first thing you see is actually Norman leaving through the door. Please follow me.
and I'm gonna tell everyone, man, you have no idea how hungry I am right now. I just had this crazy sensation.
I'll try to approach then. See if anything goes
Plus,
off.
some of those symbols in that first room, it just looked like food to me.
Alistair, you pass through both of those thresholds with no problem. You can relay that back to the group.
Also
Yeah.
gonna move.
Jerry will
Give
come
you-
through as well.
Give you a
I-
shimmy ration.
I will also follow, just kind of right behind Alistra.
Did the rest of you hear Jerry talking to me in my head, or is it a party line like that, or?
I believe it is a party line. That's how
I heard
he explained it.
Jerry's voice guiding me. You guys all heard the same, right? So you all heard him say he wanted to take my clothes off or something?
What?
Yoshimi,
He has
listen.
to take stuff off me and put it on the button.
Oh. I feel like Jerry would rebut that immediately, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for Aaron's character, but he'd be like, "No,
Oh.
I
I
didn't
think
do
that's
that."
exactly how Jerry would say it. That didn't happen.
No, that's not what I meant. That's foolish.
I just
I didn't hear any of that. All I hear is the everlasting call to drink the blood of my enemies. Now, if we could just move along, go through this door.
And I open the door.
Reggie, I need you to grab my sword and my knife. They're laying on the ground over there.
Oh yeah.
Please,
Yeah.
please, please. I don't want to leave this button because something happened earlier when it wasn't.
All right. One condition: you owe me a drink.
Reggie's gonna be owed all these drinks from people that don't go back to his home
Right.
place.
100%. Right.
Different
Sake,
planes of existence.
sake after we get out of here. Sounds good.
All right. Well, if you're doing sake, 2 drinks. Shit's weak.
That's fair.
Reggie will go back and attempt to grab the stuff and
Delvin
bring it
sake.
back over.
Yeah, you can do it with no problems.
Yoshimi's just like questioning who this person is we're with, the bugbear.
It's Reggie.
No, just
Just
like
the bugbear you've been traveling with for weeks.
just like the magnitude.
Who is this person?
of this
Oh
person.
yeah,
Yeah.
Reggie the Experience.
So yeah, I say you guys all go through that door real quick, and I'll take my sword and knife and run right after you guys. So I'm hoping this thing doesn't activate again.
Yeah, just to move it forward, the door does open, and Yoshimi, as you exit the button, nothing happens, so you're safe.
Excellent.
Totally moved you guys before I changed this room around. Celestine is still here. Yeah, so you see, just like every other room, Norman is already here, and he is already moving towards the other side of the room. And just the same as this pedestal looks exactly the same as the one in the previous room, so you can assume that this is also a button.
Now, Norman, I know you're not programmed to push buttons.
Don't even ask me.
How about
I
don't
won't
ask
go
you?
near them.
How about I don't ask you? What did they do to you? Buttons.
I have been crafted from arcane magic, and I was explicitly instructed never to set foot on a button willingly.
Keyword, set foot. Now, how about you take your little hand and you push it down on it? It's not a foot, right?
Please follow me.
Yeah. This guy.
What if I were to throw you onto the button and beat you into an inch of your life?
He didn't mean that. Yoshimi wants to persuade Norman to come over here to show Norman that, or just to calm Norman. Come here. I want to calm you because I know you don't like buttons.
I do not like bugbears either.
I don't mind buttons. I'm just not allowed to be on them.
Oh, that's right. That was Alistra asking. Okay. But Norman, I have a question about this symbol. It's one of these symbols I've been seeing in this temple. Can you come here and read it?
He will jaunt back over to you.
Telepathically to Reggie, Yoshimi says, think you can reach him?
Uh,
The little guy?
Without hesitation, he's gonna pounce on Norman.
Yeah. there's no he has no defenses against that. He's automatically grappled.
And I'm gonna start walking towards the button with him in tow.
Okay. Please unhand me. Please unhand me. Please stop.
Push the
Did-
button, Reggie.
You're
Roll
gonna get up. You're just gonna get up here and say, if I get up here, say,
Yeah.
Oh, Norman, you want me to let you go? Oh, a fine choice of words, sir, if I do so myself.
and you go fucking toss him on the button.
As what's your passive? You have really high passive perception.
18.
As you're tossing him on the button, this is the first time you've noticed any type of engraving on the pedestal. Right here in front of the button, all it says, engraved in common, is "wait."
Hey, he's chucked. Yeah, 100%. He's already on the way
Wait
to his
is
button.
in.
WAIT. Wait.
Okay. All right.
So Norman hits the button, and the light in the room immediately dims down to red. You can hear mechanical siren noises going off, and a verbal, like it's Norman's voice, but like through, as if it's through like it's like an announcement through an intercom, and it starts counting down from 30, 30, 29, 28,
I think you should take them off.
27,
I think that's bad.
26,
Is he still on the
25,
button?
Yeah, is he still on the button?
24,
Maybe take him off the button.
23,
No, listen,
22,
it says to wait up here.
21,
So we just wait 30
20.
seconds, and
19,
then I kick his ass.
18,
I'm moving up.
17,
Can Ash
16,
Reggie?
15,
Yep.
14,
I've got Reggie's on the
13,
podium. He's like holding Norman
12,
down in case he's trying to get away.
11,
I push you off.
10,
You could try,
9,
yeah.
8. Make a strength check or
Not very
athletics.
strong.
I'll
And
pause my
what's-
countdown for you to roll.
Athletics.
Athletics, yeah.
Blood curse of binding on Reggie, so he can't move.
18.
Reggie, make an athletics check to defend.
30.
Ugh.
7, 6, 5,
I'm gonna
4,
grab the little robot. and
3,
use my dimension
Kick
door
out
spell.
Norman
Two.
from under his hands.
dimension door.
Yep, I'm gonna grab the robot. He's gonna be the other person that I take with me in dimension door from the Cape of Montblanc.
At 2
And-
seconds left. Where are you going?
Just over here on the other side.
I think so Reggie,
Uh,
he was like holding him down on the button. So I
Mhm.
don't know if he would if the button would deactivate before he would fall down.
I think
I have
that
to
it
imagine-
would. It would.
yeah.
It would undo. So the sirens stop. The lights return to normal. Reggie, are you falling down on the button?
Yeah, I don't think he has a choice really.
All right. The lights return to red. The sirens resume, and it starts back at 30. 30, 29, 28,
Norman.
27,
Is that bad?
26. I don't know. 24,
Hmm,
23,
that's great.
22, 21,
Reggie,
Should we
look,
start-
on the wall. Over here.
19,
Where?
18,
Damn it, I knew you were holding
17,
it.
It's right here.
16,
Get
15,
it.
14.
Reggie 100%
13.
will go for that.
The lights return to normal, the sirens stop, and the countdown stops. The button pops back up.
Damn it, Ash, I knew you were holding out on me.
Where is it?
You still have that flask from what's it, Lewis?
Yeah,
Front half Lewis.
He's got plenty of booze. Just can never have enough.
That's true. That's true.
This is free booze. Ash,
When you make wise choices, you will get it.
you hateful bitch. Give me that booze. Ash, I will go stand in that button right now.
Go get it. It's in the corner.
Yoshimi will just telepathically and just ask Reggie to calm down, be a team player this once. We can have, bottles and bottles of sake,
Ugh, suck. Ugh. Look, all right, listen. All I'm saying is it says wait right next to the big button that gives us a countdown timer. That's I'm open to new ideas and booze.
Is there
Winter
just like
booze.
anything else in the room or on the pedestal besides the word wait?
Nope.
Now the room's not red lit, correct?
Right now, it's normal.
Normal is in dim light again.
Yeah. As in not red light.
Reggie is like not believing Ash about the booze in the corner, but when like people aren't looking, he's like checking out the corners just to be sure.
I think we should press the button. Just wait for 30 seconds, and I'm gonna just walk up and put my hand on it.
Lights dim down to red, sirens start again, and it starts counting down from 30. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26,
Norman,
25,
is this how you get us
24,
back? This is it,
23,
isn't it?
22, 21, 20,
Where the
19,
TM role plays an
18,
NPC button.
17, 16, 15. My favorite role play ever. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
I don't like
4,
It's like you get to 5. It's like
3,
self-destruct in 5.
2,
Like, what?
1,
That wasn't at the start.
and a door appears right next to Alyssa.
Why
Norman.
couldn't I have
Lights
had
return to normal. The sirens stop.
Norman, this is bullshit, Norman.
Who fucking built this temple?
Please follow me. Norman will go through the door, and he is gone.
Fucking
Pranksters.
Okay.
On to the next one.
So this door is slightly different. It still opens, but as it opens inward instead of outward towards the characters. And as it opens, there's just it's an incredibly strong vacuum, and I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Sucking vacuum, not lack of oxygen.
Yes. Yes.
26.
Nice.
There's a
22.
damn. Everybody roll good.
I don't want to give away what I rolled in case I can re-roll it with my Indomitable. For the other people's sake, right?
What?
I don't
You know what I'm
know.
saying?
I don't know that it matters that much.
Because I get to re-roll if I fail. But if I know that I fail and everyone else
Oh,
knows,
Jer.
gets away
Oh,
with it.
Jerry.
well, I mean, we can't re-roll. I don't have a way to re-roll anyway, so
I don't either.
Okay, does that matter to anyone then? If they're considering re-rolling?
Artificer has Flash of Genius, I think.
Unless that was
I will say with a 22, Annie, that fails. So if you do have a way to re-roll, you should take it now.
Don't know
Oh,
that
if
I
it-
Or if you want to, if you can do that if you like. Jerry is immediately sucked through the door. Jerry's gone.
Just
I don't know if it's an artificer thing or if it's a subclass thing, but there's a thing called Flash of Genius that lets you add your intelligence modifier to a roll of a saving throw.
I thought it was an artificer thing, but I don't know.
When you or another creature, it is an artificer thing. See within 30 feet of you makes an ability check or saving throw. You can use your reaction to add +4 to the roll. Yeah. And you can use that 4 times. It wouldn't have saved Jerry either way, but whatever you roll, Annie, you can add 4 to it.
Okay. Then it would be 23.
That saves.
Okay.
Gosh.
The DC was 23.
Yeah.
Oh,
My first one was better, but I think Indomitable means I have to use the second one.
I think
Must
so too. I think you must
Yeah.
use the second roll.
So,
I mean, you use it on a failure, so I don't think they specify because it
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
really matter either way.
must be-
Yoshimi, she is immediately sucked down the hole as well.
Oh, I love
Are
that.
we resisting the power of this pole, or are we like ducking out of the doorway?
So with the dexterity save, I would imagine that you feel it and then you kind of duck out of the way. So you're kind of, I would say you're like on the wall next to the doorway. Also, did you roll?
Yeah, I had a 26.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to put you guys up against the wall. So now it is straight out of the doorway. You can see like debris and dust and different things being sucked into the doorway. Even from like the central part of the room, it's starting to pull inwards.
Telepathic link still up, right?
Yes.
Hey, you two. You alive?
I'm sorry. My wife sent me a Snapchat about how loud I am when I DM. I am very loud.
You mean when you were
Great.
screaming numbers?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't choose to redo it 3 times. What were you saying one more time? I'm very sorry.
Lister would try to reach out with the telepathic link that Jerry started and see if he can or she can contact Jerry or
They are still on the same plane of existence, so they would both be able to respond.
Hey, you guys alive? What's going on?
For context to your answer, Yoshimi, you are sliding down a very long, very dark slide. Think a water slide with no light.
Okay, I have 60 foot of dark vision as a wood elf.
Oh, so you can see yourself sliding down a horrifying tube.
Retreat.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
I'll just say back to Alistra, I don't know where this goes.
Hmm.
Not really giving away that it's a slide yet, but just
All right, just
I'm confused
just
with the
keep
situation I'm in.
just keep telling us what you're seeing. We're gonna keep a mental note on how long it's been you've been sliding.
We're on the
Yoshimi, Jerry was sucked in first, and you were shortly after that. I would say you are falling for or sliding for maybe 30 seconds. and then you shoot out into a different room and you stop moving. A room dimly lit, just like the other ones that you have come across. But you're not moving and you can see again. Jerry can see again.
I'm with Jerry in another room. We've found the end of the slide. It's a long one. I think the
I'm just going to move
floors.
you over here, just so you have context, and you guys are going to see it in a second anyway, I guess. So this is where Jerry and Yoshimi are now. Yoshimi, you can see two shiny metal plates on either side of a deep crater on top of a rock that's in the middle of this crater. You see 6 golden rings. At least there should be 6 golden rings in there. There's one of them is on top of each other.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. Oops. We're going to ungroup that and fix it. I'm making it worse. Oh, we're going to take the grid off, actually. That's how to fix it.
Like Norman's down there just fucking them up. Smattering them everywhere.
And Norman is on his way down into the crater.
Well, those two are alive.
I guess we follow. We can't go back the way we came.
Yeah.
I bet you I'll get there first, Reggie. Run through it.
As you guys are deciding to enter this tube, I guess Alistra is already going down. Yoshimi and Jerry, you would notice on either side of the room, up on the walls, high up on the walls on either side, are giant holes. And from those holes, water starts gushing out from both sides into the cavern.
Like at a rate that's
Like at an alarming rate, yeah.
all right. I know what you're getting at.
After being challenged, Reggie would dive in the hole.
I would
Okay.
also jump in to slide on down.
And once you guys are here, we need to find,
Then also
telepathically,
sit down.
we need to find this button as soon as possible. There's water gushing in that's going to flood the room.
Yeah,
Well-
so as you guys get down there, 30 seconds. I mean, it's a pretty big room, but you're already starting to... like, the ground has now soaked up enough water, and you are... It's like maybe ankle deep. It's already filled most of the crater.
Reggie's
Alright.
gonna turn to Ash and say, "Do you want to see a cool trick of the divine?" And he's gonna start running on the water.
Love that.
All right, Norman. What are we doing?
Norman will reply. He's up to this pallet now, and you can see he has his arms up, and where he had like mechanical fingers, they're twisting around now, and they go back into his arms and come out as like little prongs that he sticks into the side of the pallet. And the pallet begins to vibrate and start to glow.
You can do that, but you can't push a button.
I was manufactured to avoid buttons, not pallets.
Donnie?
Is pallets, when you say pallet,
Right.
Carlos, I don't know
It's
exactly
like
what you
a
mean.
so it's like a pallet of wood, but it's made of stone. So it's just like a flat
Okay.
surface.
So
And
like
then
a,
these rings have divots. So they're mini craters inside of this pallet with golden rings around the sides.
Now, they're not rings just like meant for like a finger. They're rings just the shape.
They are ring shaped
And what were
with
the
depressions in.
things on the sides of the crater?
They are silver metal pads.
I want to just go. Where am I at? I want to just get a little closer to the pad cautiously to see if I can see anything on it.
It is so smooth. Like you can see your reflection in it. Super smooth, super clean. No imperfections whatsoever.
Reggie's gonna go up and
Hmm.
take a gander at these golden rings.
Okay. Yeah. So through the face of the water, because you are now in the water and they are submerged. You can tell that they are affixed to this pallet, and in the middle of each ring is a half sphere depression into the pallet. So it's like the table at a Pokemon Center where you put your balls in. That's what that looks like an egg carton almost.
I don't suppose we have a collection of orbs to put in these slots.
They are oddly orb shaped.
Hey, Norman,
Yes,
where are the goddamn orbs at?
I suppose you already know about the orbs if you're asking about them.
Oh,
They
what
are
the hell else?
strewn across the continent.
What?
They are not here.
God.
This is the palette I use for interdimensional travel. The orbs only make it stronger. If you are here with me, you can travel.
All right, well, I will travel. I go stand over there.
Unfortunately, two must stay behind.
Do you count?
No,
Right, because you'll never be human. You fucking robotic piece of shit.
I've already told you that. I don't see any sense in reiterating that fact.
Makes me feel better. All right.
That is fair, Reggie. I am powering up the palette now.
So, I mean, I'm still looking at this shiny silver disc, and what happens if I touch it?
When you touch it, are you like looking over it?
Yeah, I'm looking
you-
over it a little bit, and I just want to like touch it with one finger.
So as you go to touch this, Valser, you can see your reflection within the pad kind of take a life of its own, and it looks back at you, and it will kind of beckon you, and it'll mouth the words, "It's okay."
Well, I don't trust anyone more than myself. So I'm gonna follow my reflection, and I don't know. What? Lay on top of it? Do I climb into it? Stand there?
It's flat, so you can lay on it, you can stand on it. The moment your entire body weight is on the pad, the water from your side of the room stops flowing. But the other one is still going.
Ash will start walking over to the other one.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything of note while Ash is traveling?
Yeah, I also want to go to the second one. They beat me, it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, as you both go over there, you learn the same thing that Valser learned. It is super reflective, very shiny, very smooth, very clean. It is currently underwater. You're looking at like half deep now, standing in water, and that is with the entire crater filled now. Um, you can see your reflection perfectly. It looks very enticing to both of you.
I'm gonna push both hands on it.
As
Two
you push
hands
both
on each
hands
shoulder.
on it, Ash, um, unlike Valser, who predominantly trusts himself and no one else, and has spent most of his adult life really striving to only make his own life better, you see the image of your sister Adira. And you, in your travels, you left the party and were captured by Visick. And the two of you were brought back together for just a few moments. And in that time, he revealed to you that you were sisters, and you were never able to reconcile that. But she will give you the same beckon that Valser gave himself. But for you, it's coming from your sister, and she's telling you that it's okay.
I guess I would also kind of just put my full body weight on it. I don't know that I hug it.
As Ash rolls onto the the plate and hugs it with her full body weight, both pads they emit a wondrous light. They glow bright white, and Yoshimi, you're even actually knocked back a couple feet because the force of it is so great. And the water stops from the right hand side, and as that all happens at the same time, Norman makes a noise that you have not heard from him yet. Very mechanical, not vocal like he has been, where he kind of just becomes part of the palette, and the rings start to glow, and you now understand where this crater is coming from. Emitting from the palette, a giant dome of blue energy uh, emits out. And as it goes out, Reggie and Alistra, are you still right next to the pallet?
Yep.
Does the energy feel threatening?
It feels incredibly comforting. It's the exact opposite for both of you. This is the first time in at this point for the two of you, at least 2.5 months, almost 3 months, that you have felt any sort of true comfort. This is the first time that you have not felt displaced. And you start having very quick flashes, just glimpses of people or locations or things that you know that are familiar to you from your home timelines. Jerry and Yoshimi from the outside of the crater, and Valser and Ash to a point, you're kind of behind these light walls now, so your vision is a little bit impaired. But Yoshimi, for sure, you would start to see Alistra just pieces of her body start to dematerialize as she's consumed by this energy. You see her body start to fizzle away, to fade away. Alistair, you feel Alistair and Reggie both. You feel as if you're part of two places at once now, and one is fading and one is becoming stronger. Alistair, you can see yourself in your room. You can see glimpses, just flashes of Graham sitting at his table with his coffee machine. You can see him looking into his professor orb. Reggie, you can see your immaculate godly throne that you have grown so comfortable sitting on. And you can look over to your left and see Marty sitting just a few feet away from you. And it feels like home for the first time. And as this emittance of energy reaches these boundaries where the crater stops in the ground, it stops there with it and just becomes brighter and more powerful. And Jerry and Yoshimi and Ash, you would see Alistra completely disappear. And Valser, same with Reggie, he is completely gone. And this sphere stays in place. And Jerry is not going to think twice at all. He's going to walk right in, and you see him do the exact same thing, and you see him smile for the first time, probably in all of your travels. Jerry is very in his head, and it took him a while to become comfortable with all of you, but he is very, very happy to be rid of all of you and going home to to shit. Where's that place that he lives now? Can't
Neverwinter?
remember. Neverwinter, yeah. You
Yeah.
can see glimpses of the streets of Neverwinter, and Jerry is gone. Reggie is gone. Yoshimi, I don't know anything about your backstory, so you can narrate that if you'd like.
Yoshimi's from. I don't know. We haven't, have like a campaign or anything that she's specifically from, but
Right.
so she's just from this a clan of wood elf samurai that's just deep in the forest. This really ancient society. She herself's an adult elf, so she's already seen, you know, mankind lifetimes multiple times over. She's seen, all kinds of uh, death and everything in her family. She actually is like a royal line, but because she's female, she can't assume any, lordship over anything. But yeah, so she would step down into the crater and start the process of trying to get into that comforting light, whatever is vibrating from the rings, knowing that this is how it would have had to happen um, to get back to home. She doesn't really, do any inquisitive, how does this magic work? How does this religion work? She's actually not very religious, but steps down into the crater and lets the effect take over.
All right. You see her disappear, just like the other two. Ash. And now the two of you are left here with uh, with Norman. And he looks at both of you, and he is much less mechanical now than when he was connecting to the orb. And he detaches from the pallet, and you see the energy sphere dwindle. And he will exit the crater And just without even looking back at either of you, he'll just kind of be traveling back this way, up towards the exit point of the tube. And he'll say, many thanks for your power source. The others appreciate it, I'm sure. And he will just shoot back up the tube. And as your discs stop glowing, the water starts coming back through, even though you are still on top of those pads. So the room is now filling with water.
I guess I would walk, or I don't know if I'm swimming yet, but just over towards
You're
Ash.
swimming, yeah.
Okay.
It's probably, I don't know, waist high. So for you, you'd probably be swimming. Waist high on a human.
Okay. I get over
3.5 feet.
and I say, doesn't look like we're getting out of this one. You very good at swimming?
Would you like me to carry you through the water?
If you can.
Where do you suppose we go?
We can try to swim out of where the water's coming in, even though it's rushing very quickly.
But you have that cloak?
Yeah. Okay. Can I go and try to spider climb up the wall towards where the water's coming in the room?
You sure can. Yeah, so you get up to the hole where the water is, and it is, I mean, it is very strong. It's very forceful. The opening is maybe 2 feet in diameter, so you can easily fit in, but the water is super powerful. I would have you make an athletics check.
But I'm still exhausted, and because I'm exhausted, I get a 4.
You are knocked back down to the ground, well, back into the water with Ash. We're looking at 4.5, 5 feet deep now.
Mm.
So Ash, you also are swimming
Okay.
or treading water.
One of my friends almost drowned as a kid, and he said it was terrible. So, you got any magic that can take me out of this quick, fire girl?
You want me to set you on fire?
I was thinking more of an explosion, end things instantly. Do you have got anything big?
Um, I don't think anything to make an explosion. Hmm.
Sorry, guys. I gotta get going. I'm gonna
Okay,
listen
man.
this on YouTube. This will be fun.
All right, man. You have a good night.
All right.
Thank you
Thanks,
again for
guys.
the gifts. I appreciate you.
Hey, you're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Yeah, I don't know if you have anything.
I don't think I do.
Explosive.
I'm trying to look, like your experimental elixirs. None of those explode. I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
You could just spam him with spells and kill him, I guess. You can upcast Ray of Sickness or Acid Arrow.
Does sound less
Surely,
pleasant.
yeah, surely melting to death is much more enjoyable than drowning to death.
Right.
Okay. Hmm.
And I wish I would have not used that that cape ability and left it for them.
Then you could have potentially saved them. You
I
could have
know.
achieved your goal.
I could have. I fucked up. It's not attunement. I fucked up.
I was really glad that you were the one that was closest to the pallet. I could get you out of there as fast as I could.
Fuck. There's no point.
And there's nothing in this room. It's just filling up with water.
There's the bottom of the tube, but it's still in that vacuum for you, so you can't crawl back up. And the two holes that are spewing water.
Cool. Ash,
We'll
it
say
was a
we're at
pleasure
6.5 feet now.
pleasure working with you. I want to swim down to the machine in the middle of the crater and just start hitting it. I'm stabbing it, I'm pushing buttons, I'm pulling wires just to see
Okay.
if I can make anything happen.
Let's see what I'm gonna have you roll for that. Well, for sure, roll athletics,
Mm-hmm.
and then make a con saving throw to hold your breath.
Cool. Athletics 9.
Okay.
Con saving throw. I got a 4. That was a nat 1.
I don't think Ash is gonna need to kill you with any spells. I think you're gonna do it
Perfect.
to yourself.
All right.
Yeah, as you swim down, you're already exhausted. You're already weakened. You get down there, and it is truly a godly machine. You can't find any weak points. There are no fissures in the machine or cracks or any type of weak points that you can find. As you're hitting it, you're expending more air, trying to just be more physical than you need to be. And it only takes a little bit before you really start. You have no air left in your lungs, and Ash, after about a minute or so, you see Valser's body float back up to the top of the water, and he has passed. He went out fighting, though.
Ash is going to, even before he goes down to, try to beat up a box, decides that she's accepted her fate and is just going to dive into the water and just kind of float in there.
As you're floating, Ash, you can. I'm going to have you roll a con save for me as well, please.
Okay.
While you're doing that, you can start. You are a fire genasi. You are not adept at swimming. You are not used to being in aquatic or water-based environments, so this is already uncomfortable for you. And you start to. What'd you roll?
14.
14. You start seeing flashes of your life before the tides. Roaming from place to place, finding a new shelter to sleep most nights. You think back even further than that to bouncing back and forth between your mother and your father. You think about your childhood friends that you'll never see again. And as you slowly start to drift off, as your chest begins to expend the last ounces of oxygen that it can hold, you feel a pull of a different kind. And it almost seems like you're ripped out of the place that you are. You are no longer surrounded by water. You're no longer entombed in these four walls that are filling up so quickly. You find yourself floating in the sky, and you're looking down at a familiar face. look down to see Urzak, who you had come to trust as a companion in battle. And you're confused for a second, but you realize now that you have died. So I'm going to give you an option, Ash/Annie. The place where you are now is called Epitaph's Rest Cemetery, and it is a limbo of sorts for material creatures who die that happen to have another person who is still living that can be a tether back to the material plane. Urzak can be that person for you if you would like, and you can have a second chance at life to live as a Dhampir, which is a vampire. It's a lineage that takes away your genasi traits, but it gives you a whole bunch of different other ones. And you could live among the vampires for a second shot at life. Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay. And this is where we're going to end our session tonight, because this is actually where we ended our session last week. So Urzak, now that you've shifted from Reggie back to Urzak, you have just learned of your sister's passing, and now Ash is here. And she tells you this whole story. She tells you where they went in the middle of the wilds. She tells you how they overcame all of the puzzles, all of the things they learned, and she tells you of the pallet, which you would immediately recognize as a vessel for all 6 of the orbs of the Presidium. And that's our session.
Yeah.
Woo.
Nice, guys.
I was gonna say we all made it to the end. Almost.
We all made it to the end.
Fuck, man! I should have gave you that cape. That was it. That was my ploy. That's my one job every D&D session is to fuck Barlos over somehow.
Didn't quite get it this time. Didn't quite get it.
Fail.
We knew we were gonna die, so.
Yeah. And Ash got a second chance.
Yeah, vampire.
Yeah.
Belser wasn't worthy, though. Sorry, dude.
Oh well.
What do you think? If somebody says, "Hey, would you like a second life and you get to be a vampire?" Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I should be paying you.
So we'll play this out for a couple moments next week, Donovan. But essentially what she tells you is what you just played through today. So she'll just zap into a new vampire body and go about her business. And Annie, if you ever want to come play with us again, Ash is still accessible, but I'll just work with you to create a new character sheet, because it'll be different stuff that you can do.
Yeah, I was curious how that worked, because Shaw's a child, right? Was she like born into Dampirness, or like?
She died young, and Silgath was her tether back. So once you become a Dhampir, you don't age.
So does that make Ash my daughter?
I suppose you're like her sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know exact, because it's divided. Some people say that the lineages, like the 3 Van Richten's lineages, you keep all of your racial traits from your first life and you just apply whatever the other things are. But that's like super overpowered, because they have a bunch of cool stuff. So you're just a vampire now. You're no longer a genasi. You swap out fire powers for fangs and claws and bloodlust.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I have to hop off. Annie and Zach, thanks so much for playing. It was great to play with both of you.
Yeah, thanks for joining, guys.
Good stuff.
Super fun.
And Donovan and Billy, thanks again for the gifts. This was such a surprise. That was great.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank your wife for being sneaky.
She did such a good job. I had no idea. I'm just mad that I looked in the closet first and then still had to go and ask her what was going on.
Where is this?
All right, guys, I'm hopping off. Awesome game tonight. Thank you
All
for
right.
Have a
staying
good
with
night.
it the whole
Thanks
time.
for
Thank you
Yep.
for
inviting
playing.
me.
Yeah,
Bye.
you too, man. Thanks,
Bye.
guys.